Hello, folks, and welcome to Let's Talk Sports live stream watch along of the England versus Germany game. The match has literally just started. Let me actually start the clock. There we go. Alongside me is Joe Stanley. And of course, who'd have thought over 2 years ago we had the fantastic match of England versus Germany in the Euro final. But look what happened. England won. We won a major international tournament. And in our era, we've never seen the men's team do it, but we've seen the women's team do it. And now both teams reunite back at Wembley over 2 years later. Joe, great to have you on board, my friend, for this live watch along. What do you remember from that day of July 31st, 2022?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on again, Jamie. It was a nice day, a warm day, a hot summer's day, wasn't it, down at Wembley? And there was a sense of excitement and trepidation in there, wasn't it? Could this be the time? Could this be the time that England got the hoodoo off their back? Could they finally bring football home in this century? And, well, we all know what the Lionesses did that day.
We certainly did.
Nice goal early in the second half from Alatoon. Obviously, Germany equalised, took it to extra time. The nerves were threading. Was there going to be penalties? The dreaded penalty shootout, and then up steps Chloe Kelly.
What a goal.
Absolutely.
It's easy to say what a goal because she tapped it in. She missed it first. Then it was like, I remember, because I was at Wembley when it happened. And I just remember literally just going, just kick. And then it finally, just see that foot out of nowhere, just stick out and boom. There was the winner. But
off come the top.
Yeah, off came the famous top, which was quite an iconic one. But it's only been a minute here. But England at home to Germany, and Germany are playing in their... This is not an unusual away kit. They had this away kit on in the past. It's like sort of very dark green with a lot of light green element lines all over it with black shorts and black socks. It's quite a bizarre away kit.
It's bizarre, but it's different and it's quite nice. Obviously, traditionally, Germany would wear a black, wouldn't they, or a red, maybe even a combo deal away kit there. So yeah, it's quite a nice colour. I think they had like a greeny one in that final as well. So like an off green in that Euro 2022 final. So yeah,
absolutely. Well, England, of course. Oh dear, Leah Williams is giving it away. Oh, through on goal. That looked onside as well, Joe. Oh, Millie Bright.
Penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a penalty all day long. And what card will she give? It's yellow.
It's yellow.
It should be yellow anyway, because it's double jeopardy nowadays. On the old day, though, old rules, but like 2 years ago, that would have been a red card, and England would have been down to 10.
I was going to say that, I mean, Leah Williamson felt the pressure, didn't she, there? She oh, dear. I feel for Millie Bright, because it's not her fault. She was the last one there. She had to do something. Tried to take her down from behind, which, as you know, Joe, from a referee's perspective, with you being a former ref, that's a risk, isn't it? If you don't get the ball from behind, you're in trouble.
I think she was trying to shoulder him, and she got it all wrong, just timing wrong, and it's the skipper now that's going to take the penalty for Germany.
Yeah, against Hannah Hampton, of course. Someone who's been battling for the number one spot for England goalkeeper against Mary Earps, but it's Hannah Hampton who's been favoured tonight. What an impression she would make here, Joe, if she could save this. Terrible start this for England if this goes in. Only 3 minutes into the game.
Come on. Keeper's right.
Oh, I thought she saved it. It went in.
Nearly got there.
That didn't take long. So that's already a goal for Germany. Great start from England. But, you know, even if they win tonight, even if the Germans win tonight, at least we had the Euros. That's all we can say.
Oh, she was so close, wasn't she, Hannah Hampton?
Yeah.
I think the bump bounced into the side. I think she was tempted. Does she go for the left? And she springs across to her right. She just couldn't quite get there, could she? I think it's one of those penalties right in the corner, isn't it, from the skipper? So, it's Gwyn who scored the penalty, or Gwyn. I might have pronounced it wrong.
Oh, Gwyn, yeah.
But yeah, absolute rocket into the bottom corner. I'm not going to fault the keeper for that. Beth Mead's just gone down under a challenge.
Oh, it's a free kick. It's already been a dramatic game. 4 minutes in, we've had a penalty scored, and England have a free kick in a dangerous area for straight away a quick response from the European champions. We've got some messages in. Joe, I might ask you to do the same and get it up on your phone so that we can track your messages. I've run out of screens, folks, on my computer. Because if we switch to our YouTube, we can't see the game. We've got phone call is that I'm saying England. I think we got two Ellas. Who'd have thought it? Two Ellas. Saying, come on, England. What time is it for you guys? It's 7. Well, the kickoff was 7:30 p.m. It's 7:35 p.m. here. And Ella Hughes reaches out saying, hi, hello, Ella. But we got a free kick here for England. Lauren Hemp. Oh, that was poor, wasn't it?
Come on.
Couldn't even get it past the first player, really.
Better than that.
It's gone all the way back to the halfway line with England in possession. But have you thought about England recently, Joe? Because I think England were always going to have a dip moment under Serena Vig, but every team's going to get that with their manager. It's just whether or not how bad it gets. I'm not saying England haven't been great, but I feel like since that World Cup, it's been a bit hit and miss with England.
I think it has, but I think it's been a bit of a transitional thing, hasn't it? A bit of a transitional phase because you've had some players that have been out on long-term injuries. Beth Mead, for example, was one of them, and then you've had, obviously, from the Euros, you had a couple of players that have retired as well. So I think it's just been a case of Serena trying different players out in different positions because she's called up a few different names in previous friendlies as well. The Nations League's been, it was a bit hit and miss, wasn't it, the Nations League, to be honest.
It's a shame in that how we just missed out, though, on getting the Olympic qualifications. But I kind of wonder if for England, deep down, I overheard someone say that, I mean, it's a friend of mine who works for the Man United women's team, so she knows some of the players who are English, and they were quite relieved to actually have the summer off instead of going to Paris for the Olympics, which is only a 2-week tournament, but still, it's another summer. It would have been their third summer in a row where they've got a tournament going on.
I suppose they'd face a bit of burnout. You've got the risk of that. I know people might say they might play. Some people might say they play less games in the women's game than the men's, and there might be an element of that depending on the team that they play for. But it's still a very, very physical sport that you play, and obviously I work with Owen's football team myself, so I can see how physical it can be at times.
And your players aren't even full timers, are they? They do it for. Is it mainly for the love of it in that level, or?
Yeah, they play for the love of it. Yeah.
Tranmere Rovers women, by the way.
Tranmere Rovers women, yeah. A big shout out to the girls, and but yeah, I think it shows that the passion's there. It is growing. The women's game, it is growing. It has grown massively in this country since that the Euro win. I think it was on the horizon of the growing, and I think them winning the Euros was the catalyst that pushed through that first class ceiling, and we just need obviously the game to continue going up that. And
it was a home tournament as well, wasn't it? Oh, hang on, here's Rousseau. Oh, wins a corner.
Player of the year and top goal scorer of the year.
Who, Rousseau?
Leslie Rousseau.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
She got gifted early on in the week. And I think it was lovely that England had the brother give her one award. Surprised her with she walked into some room and her brother was popped out from behind this curtain thing with the award, and she was like, "Oh my gosh!" Gave him a hug, and then they took her out of the room, walked her down the corridor into another room, and her mum and dad popped out from behind this banner thing and gave her the thing, and it was quite an emotional little thing. I thought it was quite lovely actually.
And then you see Ella Toone come in and go, "This is the angry award for leaving me at Man United."
We've got Leslie Rousseau.
Oh, those chants they kept singing. Oh, they kept singing when I went with Miranda to Man United. It's in a vlog on the YouTube channel. Let's Talk Sport. Feel free to check it out. That was over a year ago now. Yeah. That's when the season pretty much was only its second week into the new campaign back then, because the Women's World Cup had, of course, been on a lot later in the summer.
Yeah.
So they started the Women's Super League season a lot later than usual.
Was that a 2-2 draw, that one?
Yeah, it was.
It was. Scored,
yeah, I think so. But Man United were pretty poor that day, but they kept leading. So I was really happy, but I was like, we didn't deserve it. A draw was probably fair enough. But do reach out to us on our live chat page. Don't be shy. We read out all our messages. And also subscribe and give us a like for the stream. We'll be here till the end of the game. We're going to pretty much here just talking about this game, but also talk about women's football in general, or any other sport that comes to our mind. But here's Lucy Bronze now on the far right wing. Now with Georgia Stanway. Which,
Baller.
am I right to think, is this the last international break for the year for women's football, or have they got one more?
I think there's one more in November.
November, is it?
I want to say. I could be wrong.
They did. They
I'm
did.
sure there normally is.
They did it in November last year. I do remember that.
Because they've got games in Sheffield, I want to say.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think you're right. I know. Is it? They play in Coventry on Tuesday night, don't they, against South Africa?
Oh, what a ball!
Is she not? Is that the toe not? Oh, good pass. Go on, Russo. Yes! Top corner.
Leslie.
Oh, I thought it.
Off.
I knew it would be though.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Ella Tone was way off. I wanted her to score though, because you never know.
A wry smile from Zavina Wiegman. She did look off.
Ooh,
Oh,
just.
I don't know, you know.
Is it a shoulder? That's got her offside there. I forgot to update the score. As in the first one. Oh, crap. There we go.
Good finish. Got on the swivel.
It's a great finish.
I picked the language out of Tooney's mouth then when she turned around and saw the ref with her arm up for offside.
It is offside.
I think they have checked. Have they got VAR?
Yeah.
So they must have checked it then. It must be very close. They didn't show it on the replay, which is annoying.
Actually, no. Maybe they... I don't know if they have VAR.
They've had it in the Nations League, didn't they? But I don't know if they've bothered with the friendlies.
Yeah.
Oh, what a ball that is.
Oh, dear me. Jess Carter, where are you?
And it's
another
2-0.
goal. Oh, dear.
What a finish again. And it's Gwyn again.
One moment we were level in this game, and now it's 2-0. How things could change in a moment.
That's counter-attacking football at its best, though, isn't it, from Germany?
That was a great goal.
Switch ball from left to right. Acres of space. The England defence had drift too far across to the right-hand side. And Gwyn's just ran on. If you see it from there, ball over.
Was it Gwyn who scored again?
Yeah, from the
She's
centre
got
back
two.
to the left midfielder, who's actually sitting in the number 6 role, pings it across to the fullback. Fullback drives forward, pings a lovely about 30-40 yard ball across to Gwyn, touch out of her feet, gets it into the 18-yard box, bang, bottom corner. Absolute beautiful finish.
So 2-0. We actually didn't go through the lineups while we're at it. Let's have a look at it.
Got a few more comments.
Do you want to read out the comments?
Greg Livingston says hello. Scott Bowie says that's not offside. Boo Germans, boo. Crosby, Joe Grosland, how you doing, matey? I'd turn it off and watch something else, lads. Absolute mess. And Greg Livingston says, is this just a friendly match? Yes.
It is.
But it's
Luckily,
never
but it
friendly.
might... Oh, in the post! What a game. It's only been 12 minutes.
Leslie Russo.
So she scored, disallowed, and now she's hit the post. So it's fair to say Russo and Gwyn have been the most active players so far. Actually, let's look at the lineups then. So here we go. Hannah Hampton in goal. Lucy Bronze, Millie Bright, Leah Williamson and Jess Carter, your back four. That's from left to right. Oh, sorry, my internet.
Oh, no, a chance.
That's not it. I didn't see the tackle unless it was obvious. I didn't see it. Georgia Stanway, Ella Tone, and Keira Walsh in your midfield. And then, actually, I didn't realise Beth Mead is starting. I've not seen it yet. Beth Mead playing out on the right. Russo in the centre. How can you miss her the way she's playing already today? And Lauren Hemp. So that's the starting lineup for England. The options that Serena Wiegman has, though, is Laetitia, Mary Earps, Mary Earps must be loving it. That's wrong. Jess Park, young. Well, I say young. She's been in women's football for a bit now. Esme Morgan, Alex Greenwood, Aggie Beaver-Jones, who's another promising player. Grace Clinton, who's done really well at United. Chloe Kelly, the hero that she is for winning us the Euros 2 years ago against this team. Jessica Naz, Anna Morehouse, and Lucy Parker. Not a bad bench, is it really, when you look at it?
Not bad at all, to be honest. Esme Morgan's gone to America now, hasn't she? I think it's fun.
I wonder if she's finding it there. Yeah,
no,
I'm not sure. She's at. Is it? It's not Gotham, is it?
Is it Washington? She's gone to, I think.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Washington, yeah. But she seems to be looking at her social media and her TikToks and stuff. She seems to be enjoying it.
Yeah.
Alex Greenwood, experienced head, absolute quality. Grace Clinton, unreal. Wax lyrical about her every week in the prediction videos. We've got I nearly read that as Mark Skinner then. Mark Summers says
Mark Skinner. I mean, he must be a bit bored. It is international break.
It's Sunday League defending for both goals. The Scott Barry says the ref is awful and then just put something in German, I think it is, but I'm not going to read it just in case because I'm not sure what the word means. And then penalising England for nothing.
It looked offside. In the real time, I thought it was offside. If there's no VAR tonight, I can understand why they would go with their decision. I would have done if that was me in the time. Let's look at Germany. Oh, they've paused the game again. Referee can't make her mind up there.
I think it's because they tried to take a quick free kick with the ball rolling.
Got you.
It wasn't a free kick for me.
Tell you what, Georgia Stanway's getting more and more tattoos on her arms at the moment.
I don't know if she's a tattoo artist as well. I'm sure I've read somewhere that she's a qualified tattoo artist.
Like your best mate, Dagger. Daniel Agger. He was Daniel Agger, wasn't it? He was a tattoo artist.
Got "You'll Never Walk Alone" tattooed on his knuckles.
Did he do that himself, did he? Or
I don't know if he'd done it himself or whether someone had done it on him, but yeah. But apparently he's a tattoo artist, isn't he, in Denmark?
Yeah.
As well as being a coach, I think. Or he was a coach last time I checked. I don't know if he's still in the job.
We'll look at the Germany team. This is their starting lineup. You should be able to see it on your screen. Hoffman up front, Buhl, Dahlmann and Brand. Brand is quite the biggest players in German football right now. She's playing for Wolfsburg, and Wolfsburg, this is the thing. People will go on and think of Bayern Munich will be the best team in Germany. They probably will do. But, Wolfsburg, to me, are like the Arsenal of German football. Invested in it very early on and became quite successful in the Champions League earlier on as well.
She's not in relation to Julian Brand, is she?
I knew you were going to say it. We then got Sens. Then we got Nusken in the defensive midfield roles, it looks like. Linda playing at left back. Minge centre back. Anyway, Dorzen Kajar.
It's just the way you pause after saying it that made me
I
chuckle.
know, I can't. Right centre back. Gwen, who's already got 2 goals, who's the captain as well tonight. She really is playing the captain's part for Germany. And of course, Anne-Katrin Berger. What a hero she is. She's been having to deal with cancer. I think it's come back to her before as well. She's had it back twice, I think, as well. And what's been fantastic about her is that she's still one of the best goalkeepers in the world. And what a warrior she is. She sadly went to the States early this year, which surprised me because Jess Carter, who's playing at left back for England tonight, not only was Jess Carter and Katrin Berger's Chelsea teammate, but I believe they were in a relationship as well. So I think they're still together, but that's a far distance relationship.
I believe they got engaged.
Oh, did they? Okay.
I could be wrong, but I believe they got engaged.
Well, I'm relying on Ella Hughes to give us the gossip on that because I always thought Ella Hughes would be up for the gossip of what women's footballers, of who they date and so on, outside of the game. But in all fairness, it's quite normal in women's football. You've got Eriksson and Harder, who now play for Bayern Munich. They left Chelsea at the same time. But I think that was the deal for Bayern. It was, if you want one of us, you got to buy both of us. And funny enough, I watched Bayern Munich, the last 10 minutes of the Bayern Munich women's game last weekend. And funny enough, Eriksson came on to replace Harder. Which, I don't know, but it's a funny one. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, he must have been playing defensively because Eriksson's more midfielder than Harder is up front.
She's probably like, all right, love, I've done my job. It's your turn. You finish it off. Innuendo not intended.
2-0.
I love how you just
2-0.
ignored that.
Mark Summers says Leicester beat Forest at 8 p.m. Yeah, it should be a good game, that.
Forest.
Go on, Lucy.
Forest only played on Monday night.
You do get it, though, don't you?
Yeah.
I think Championship for Leeds last season, they had a Monday.
Yes,
oh, Beth Mead. Is it not good? Did it, bounce before she headed it? Russo's been non-stop tonight.
I thought it got a touch on from a defender to knock it wide, but maybe not. No? Oh, yes. I think.
Did she actually get her head on it? Oh, she did, yeah.
And it has come off the German
So actually,
defender.
it would have been an own goal if it had gone in. And Katrin Berger, you can tell from her slow-mo body language, she was a little nervous that was going into the bottom corner of the net. England corner.
Mead.
Go on.
Oh. Speaking of other relationships, Beth Mead and Miedema.
Yes.
Still going strong.
Yeah, I mean, luckily for them, that's not too far compared to United States to England. But yes, Miedema playing in Manchester these days. I've been to 2 Man City women's games this season, and it's still a bit weird seeing Miedema there.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem right.
I don't know what's more jarring, her in a City shirt or her wearing the number 6.
I know. But also, you look at her in terms of, is it possible Jonas Eidevall fell out with her, maybe?
I reckon it was, because apparently there was something. I did hear a rumour there was something about the way he treated her and spoke and stuff, and quite a few players were a bit miffed. And when she left in the summer, I think that was when a lot of players have gone, I've had enough.
Yeah.
I've had enough of you. And you could see, I don't know whether you watched the game against Chelsea the other week on BBC, but I watched it the other Saturday, and at full time the players just stood there he was giving this team talk on the pitch, and you could just tell players were either turning their back and looking away, or they had their arms folded, and I was just like, he's done, he's finished. And funny enough, that was his last game.
And it was, yeah. I've not seen much of Arsenal this season, but just seeing their results come through on my phone, I think there was going to be a point where it's like, has he really improved things at Arsenal since he's come in? I don't think he has, to be honest.
2 League Cups isn't really good enough, is it? With all due respect, they finished second in his first season, missed out on the title by a point to Emma Hayes' Chelsea. But,
was it just by a point? Was it? I didn't realise. I forgot about that.
But won 2 League Cups, and that was it. They didn't really get that far in the FA Cups, did they? They didn't win the league titles that they used to be winning. So yeah, I don't know. There is talk about former Man City manager taking the job. Is it Cushing? Is his name?
Nick Cushing. Yeah, he moved to the States, didn't he?
Yeah. So
I don't know if he's still there now, but maybe he wants to come home after a few years away. Germany have a corner. Looking at our poll, a lot of people were going for an England win. Oh, how silly do we all look now at this rate when you look at the scoreline?
We're going to win 3-2. Chloe Kelly hat-trick.
Well, they got to be careful here, England. They've got a corner to defend against, and if going 3-0 down wouldn't look good. It'd be one of the worst England defeats I've known for a long time in terms of the women's team. Do you remember, was it Hungary that thrashed England at Wolverhampton Wanderers ground?
4-0 on it, wasn't it? I think Szoboszlai scored in that one as well.
Did he? I completely missed the game. I was at some sort of dinner thing for, I think it was Dad's birthday or something, and I just looked at the score, couldn't believe it. I was like, okay, I know England aren't the best in the world at football, but you don't expect to lose 4-0 to
I remember
Hungary.
watching it, and I just sat there, just like half-heartedly watching it after the second goal went in, and then the rest of the time I just sat there, I just couldn't help but laugh.
Yeah,
because it's just one of those things where if you didn't laugh, you'd just be sat there fuming.
And that was that. I think that's when his job got questioned. Then, didn't it, Southgate? To be honest,
you'd be like that meme of Homer where he's going.
I
can't remember which episode of The Simpsons that's from, but he sat there with his arms folded going. One of the earlier series. Other cartoons are available, but not the longest running cartoon.
No, and it's still going. Fair play to them.
I don't know how they come up with ideas for it.
I think the point is they have. Every time I can't watch any new episodes. It just seems like they can't say anything anymore. Well, 23 minutes gone, and England 2-0 down, folks. What is going on? Joe Stanley has found a baseball.
I'm going to look. Who's this? New York, is it?
New York Mets and the Phillies. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
World Series.
Oh, I must admit, I've been tempted, folks, to do a watch along for the baseball World Series. I hate calling it World Series because it isn't. How's it the World Series when it only involves American teams and maybe 1 or 2 Canadian teams? That makes no sense to me.
They play in Japan as well, don't they? Apparently?
Yeah, they're playing Japan, Cuba, Korea, and I'm just like, if you had they have a thing called World Baseball Classic,
Yeah.
which is basically the World Cup, and it's every 4 years. And funny enough, America don't win that either. The last one was won by Japan, so it's like maybe whoever wins the Japanese league over there should be known as the best team in the world.
I remember when I was in school. Well, I say school or even sixth form. It's like 10 years ago now. They started bringing American football into like PE and stuff, and I'm like,
Oh, did they?
yeah. Oh, Hannah Hampton just getting England out of jail there. The person who was found on Hinge a couple of years ago.
What's that?
Hannah Hampton found on Hinge.
Oh no, it wasn't Hinge. It was. Was it Hinge? I can't remember. When she was at Villa.
Anyway.
I can't remember.
Was it Hinge or Bumble?
It was Hinge or... Oh, it's doing my head in now. I can't remember.
If either of these dating sites would like to sponsor Let's Talk Sport.
hey, we're open to negotiating. We don't just say yes. We probably will say yes, but you know what I mean. But that's a good... I can't remember the dating app. It might have been Hinge or it might have been Plenty of Fish or something. So yes, in case people didn't know, I found Hannah Hampton's dating profile on it. And I dropped her a message. It was nothing ridiculous. It was fine. I'm sure it was fine. I'm not... Oh, good pass. But she actually, instead of actually getting the ghost or removed, she properly blocked me. I think I mentioned football to her, and I think she must have had a rule to go, I am not dating anyone who likes football. They won't stop fan paging me or whatever. I don't know.
Fanboying or girl.
Fanboy, that's the one. That's the one I was looking for.
Just to cover all bases.
Yeah, I couldn't find the words then, that's for sure. Oh, that'll do. Goal kick for England.
But now I always have to laugh at that story.
Definitely say something to tell my grandkids one day.
You see, kids, that England goalie there.
I'd like to say, though, ever since she rejected me, she's become a very good goalkeeper.
Yes.
I motivated her somehow. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to take glory. And I've met Mary Earps.
Oh.
And I had a selfie with Mary Earps.
I'm going to get
where before she was big. There's something about me discovering England goalkeepers.
No.
What can I say? Next up, it'll be someone English and a goalkeeper who will do so well. So, yeah.
I thought Mary Earps was coming on then for a second because she was
I did. Yeah.
And then it turns out she was standing it to someone else so they can wear it warming up.
Yeah, I was
They've not got enough bibs.
I know. Yeah, you'd think for the FA they've got enough money to sign up Thomas Tuchel, who, of course, so basically both. Well, it's fair to say both England teams, in terms of the men and the women's, are foreign now. We have foreign managers. Serena Wiegman, of course, being Dutch, and Thomas Tuchel, who start his job in January, is German. He'll be loving this right now.
He'll be sat there at home having a nice
sausage,
possible beer maybe, or a cup of tea or whatever he likes to drink, and a chuckle.
Wonder if he is a beer drinker.
Oh, that's
he seems to be in good shape, doesn't he?
Thomas, if you're watching...
Yeah, what's your favourite beer?
We'd love to do an interview with you for Let's Talk Sport. That's always a question. Who's the one person that you'd look... Oh,
3-0. And how's that gone in from there? I feel like Hannah Hampton should have saved it. She must have heard our conversations.
It's gone through her, hasn't it?
It's gone right through her. Oh dear, England are getting battered, ladies and gentlemen. 3-0.
And this has been a nice watch along.
Yeah, and thank you for watching. We'll do this again next year.
Maybe his face is going.
Yeah, she's literally going, not my fault.
I'm just sat here.
Not my fault.
But it's literally the face she was pulling. She literally pulled that face and she went.
Yeah, she literally just went, I'm over here if you need me. But yeah, I'm sorry, it's gone right through her. Hannah Hampton has done very well at Chelsea.
Beating at near post. You never get beaten at your near post as a goalkeeper.
That one's a bad one.
you need to. Well, Bronze needs to do better there. She needs to force her outside, and she's just let her cut in through Bronze's legs.
Should still
She
save
gets
it.
a hand to it, but it's just a weak hand, isn't it? At near post, and it's gone straight under her. And 3-0 to the Germans. But we'll win 4-3.
But it's not even been half an hour. 3 goals in less than 30 minutes.
And it's Buell. Is it Buell or Buell?
Buell, yeah.
Buell?
You're right, Buell. Come on, England. I've got 1 or 2 mates who've gone to that game tonight. Oh, I feel for them. It's not great.
1 pint of bitter, please.
Let us know in the comments, folks, if the stream's coming out okay. I think we're looking at our phones. It seems to be okay. Oh my god, look at all the love hearts. It's almost as if I know who that might be. I didn't know that. I didn't know you could just constantly hit it. That's funny. At the moment, though, Germany in control. Actually, while we're bored of this game already, let's look at the other scores. Because England are playing a friendly while our home nations actually have a chance of qualifying for the Euros next summer. Let's have a look.
It's a goal. No, it's not.
Yeah, you nearly had me then. Let's have a look. So, that's the Premier League scoreline. And the women's, oh dear, Wales 2-1 down in the first leg. Or was that first round? Yeah, first round. I'm so confused by the qualifiers this year. It seems as though it's a bigger process than normal.
Go on, Hemp.
Oh, go on, Hemp.
Big ball in.
Nah.
Handball. Never handball, really. Just got to put the claim in. Don't shout, you don't get, do you?
Slovakia 2, Wales 1. Let's just have a look there. So, Morgan Fishlock has always been such a great player for Wales. Getting an assist late on, which was a consolation goal, but that may help.
Thomas Kellett says yo. Yo, Thomas Kellett, yo. What's the referee doing? They must be checking something because she's
It's definitely
playing.
VAR.
Yeah.
Ella Tone always goes red. Like, no matter what, she always looks knackered.
They won't give the penalty. There's not really a handball in there.
Is this for England, is it?
Yeah. Oh, no.
She's checking it.
Monitor.
And normally when she goes to the monitor, they normally change their mind.
Maybe my call did. My shelf of handball did work.
You must have the biggest megaphones in the world.
Handball!
They'll give it.
It
They'll
might
give
be
it.
the cross.
They're give it.
Yeah, that's a handball.
It's
penalty.
Her hands. Yeah.
And
no
England
doubt.
have a penalty.
The comeback is on. So Gwyn has scored 2 goals for Germany and she's given away a penalty in 32 minutes.
Is she getting booked now? She should get booked now.
I think that would be harsh. Naturally, I get why you do that, but it's in the way.
Yeah.
If her hands were down, it's not a nice penalty to give, really, but it is a penalty if we're doing those. So Georgia Stanway against the country she plays in.
She's gone red herself, hasn't she?
She has a bit. Oh yeah, she has, hasn't she?
Must be hot down at Wembley. Yeah.
That was a nice penalty.
Calm as you like. And Serena's going. Come on.
This is only a friendly, ladies and gentlemen. It's not even a qualifier. I'm actually quite surprised how much they're playing for this.
It's amazing how she does a straight run up, didn't she? And just
it's a great penalty
into the corner. Beautiful.
And Katzenberger was never going to save it.
I was joking about the handball in the centre that when the defender got it in centre. I didn't pick up on Gwyn's handball, so
no. Did you type goals?
Yeah, just to see if the chat page was winning. Working.
Oh.
Oh, I love a 3-2 at half time, wouldn't you? It's Emp.
I'd love a 3-3 at half
kick.
time. Who knows?
No.
Get the next goal. Who knows?
This is football.
I'm a.
Watch that become a gif now. This is football.
So, luckily for Wales, it says here that the playoffs don't include away goals, so they'll be annoyed, I guess. But let's have a look at the other scores.
Wales.
Ireland thrashing Georgia 6-0.
Oh, I thought she got the ball through then.
Goal. Even Katie McCabe got 2 goals for Ireland tonight. 1 from the spot. They got 2 in added time as well. 97th minute and the 100th minute. But yes, good win for Ireland.
Germany on the break again. Come on, England, get in your position. Don't let her inside. Yes.
Oh, there we go.
Millie Bright. I was about to say Bref Mead. No.
Scotland won.
I've come up with a new player, Bref Mead.
Martha Thomas scored. The only goal in, I think they played in Budapest, I'm not sure. The Boysek Arena, I'm not sure. Oh, it was in Budapest, sorry, yeah. So they take a 1-goal lead into their Euro 20.
Yes!
Oh, what a goal fest this is!
What a goal!
Was she onside?
I think she was. The Germans are...
What's going on here? This is a nuts game.
So England play it out from Carter into the centre. So was it Walsh?
That's okay.
And that's Mead across.
Yeah, it's fine, isn't it? Good finish.
Russo
Especially with the
across to
goalkeeper
Mead.
running at you.
What a ball that is. And it just lifts it over.
Well,
doesn't
Joe
she, first
Crosland
time.
did say in the live chat page that he left. He decided to do something else tonight. I think he might regret that. England are back in this.
They're checking it.
I don't see what's wrong with that.
No.
Yeah, you can tell
The
fourth
fourth
official's
officials.
telling him, yeah.
And it's a goal.
Oh! I'm so close. Oh,
We picked the right game to do a watch along.
I know, we haven't done a watch long in ages together, and we are here now. We've picked the right game. We only decided to do this last night, didn't we? I just literally looked at the fixtures and realised, oh, England are playing Germany today. Let's do a watch along.
Funny enough, I was at training when you messaged, and I was like, "Yep, I'll be up for that."
Good man. But yes, we love our women's football. Joe's been doing a lot of WSL content on the channel recently. There was even, if you haven't seen it yet, Joe talking about Chloe Kelly suggesting that she might leave Manchester City. But am I right to think that that might change now? I haven't heard any latest, but there was some comments on your video saying that it might change.
Yeah, there was one Man City fan saying that he's heard that she's staying, but I don't know the legitimacy of the claims. Obviously, I was just quoting the good ball in.
Oh, nearly. And Katrin Berger didn't even have it covered, really. Beth Mead's asking for a corner.
But let's watch that. Walsh, good ball.
What a ball. Always awkward to deal with.
She's got fingertips to that, I think.
Yeah, I think that's a corner.
I think if she doesn't get fingertips to it, Beth Mead or Lucy Bronze are making connection. Yeah,
it's a
she
corner.
has. Yeah, 100%. Beth Mead's getting a head on that otherwise.
I've noticed Katrin Berger's got some sort of... It's like she's got a cotton bud in her right ear.
Yeah.
Not sure what that's all about.
And she had a piercing. Obviously, they've got to take the piercings out, but go on.
Oh, just too far. Russo nearly got there. Russo's been excellent tonight.
Straight on it.
So we've got 7 minutes left. This first half has just whizzed by. It just shows that when you have 5 goals, how quick it goes.
It's unreal. It wasn't what I was expecting before this game, to be honest. I was expecting a lot more of a tie to affair in terms of goals, but there we go. England 2, Germany 3.
Absolutely fantastic.
And if the second half's as good as the first half's been, then, well...
Oh, Northern Ireland got a 1-1 draw at Croatia. Own goal on the 92nd minute to stay level.
And who scored both goals?
And it was... she missed! Oh, Ella Tone! Oh, that should have gone in.
Oh, stony look from
Oh,
Serena.
I just want it to be 3-3 because I didn't believe it could happen. Oh,
my days.
that's it was given to her on a plate. Oh, that's a
And
shame.
you're not confident enough to, like, you don't fancy it, just lay it on a plate to your teammate next
But you'd
to
think
you.
she would, wouldn't
But
you?
yeah,
You'd think
to
anyone.
be fair, it's the bounce that's knocked it wide, isn't it? That bounce.
Yeah.
She's rolled it around the keeper, and it's just the bounce before the post.
You know
that's
what?
taken
I'd
it
just
wide
smash
and
it.
Yeah.
I'd smash it. You got all the space in the world. Smash it.
Lace it.
Lace it, because you could get it through the keeper, can't you? If it's strong enough.
Break the net if you need to.
Offside. Against Germany. Well, a lot of you voted for England to win. I'm starting to see why. Who knows? We got another half yet.
We're gonna win for free. We're gonna win for free.
It looks like on the ITV schedule tonight they got Harry Potter on tonight, and they got the darts on ITV4. Oi, oi, oi. I feel like you have to be really drunk to sing it.
Oi.
If Joe Stanley was drunk. Oh, shit.
Never been drunk in your life.
Oh, good block by Lou Williamson. Well done there. Still Germany in the box. Hampton should get that.
Great hands. Can't see him under the gloves, but apparently great hands. Cheeky little joke there.
Williamson did really well. And she has to make up for it. You know, she gave away the first goal. Well, okay, it was a penalty, but you know what I mean. It's because of a bad pass.
Yeah.
5 minutes left of the first half. England 2, Germany 3. That's right, folks. 5 goals in the first half, and we're not even done with this half yet. England were 3-0 down. But 2 goals from Georgia Stanway, including a penalty with her first goal, has got them in with a chance. And this is only a friendly. That's what's nuts about this game. It feels like there's a lot at stake, but technically there isn't, but pride and for the rivalry of England and Germany.
Oh, flick on. Defenders there. Could you get ahead of it? No.
Feels like any of them going to score at any moment, doesn't it? Like, it's a cracking game of football.
That is poor.
Do you ever think? Here's my question to you, Joe. You know, you have a fair balance of watching men's and women's football. Am I right? You may disagree. I'm going to make a claim. I think women's football is more exciting than men's football to watch at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, amount of people I've said that to, and they've seen the backside of me. I'm going to go in Germany on the counter. Great.
Good block. Oh, Bright didn't know it was there, but she was able to wake herself up in time and kick it away.
Yeah, there's the amount of people that say that they don't think it's as good a quality. I think it's more pure.
Yeah.
It's less tainted with the money. Players are playing for the pride and the passion. Oh, look at all the green paint. They must have been dyeing the pitch because all the players are covered in that.
I know, yeah, there's been green. It's all right for the Germany kit. They knew what they were wearing tonight.
But, yeah, there was lots of like people that make comments about women's football saying it's not as good a quality. Oh, it's embarrassing. It's this, that, no. It's not embarrassing at all. It's really enjoyable.
What is wrong with women's football?
The girls put so much effort in. They don't roll around the floor for 5 minutes when they get a little kick on the shin or whatever, or get the toe stood on. They just get up with it, get on with it.
Exactly.
You know that there's a proper injury, they stay down, and that's across all the levels of the women's game. There's a bloke that I'm not going to name the other week who sent me. He was at the Liverpool women's game working at it, as a steward, and he sent me a message. I didn't reply to his message because I didn't see the point in giving him the satisfaction, saying I've come to watch a comedy, and I'm like thinking, if you've got that much of a problem, don't go and watch it. Even if you're working at it, don't go and work at it if you've got that much of a problem with it.
Was he a steward there? Yeah. Or, yeah.
I was like, there's nothing wrong with women's football, and he'd actually worked at a great game of football. I know City won 2-1, but it was.
Did he rate the game at all, or did he still say it was?
Didn't comment when I asked him.
I mean, look, everyone's got an opinion. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But as Joe says, I just think you get a good game of football in most places.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest, if Man City were hosting Chelsea in the Women's Super League at their Academy Stadium, and you're nearby, you'd go and see it, wouldn't you? You'd literally go, they're literally the 2 best teams in the country right now. And you know it's going to be good. Yeah, and it's accessible, exactly.
If I want to go...
Accessible and cheap.
If we want to go and watch Liverpool or United Premier League tomorrow, you're looking at 60 quid a ticket. You want
And
to go?
that's if we can get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other
You
thing.
want to go and watch women's football? You want to go and watch Liverpool United or whoever in the WSL?
10 quid.
10, 15 quid tops. And it's just like that. I got tickets for the women's Merseyside derby, £10 a pop at Goodison Park.
It's mad, isn't
Goodison
it?
Park's going. Great chance to go and visit the stadium before it's gone.
Is that the one in November, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one you've... Yeah. At this moment in time, I think I'm free, so I should be up for it. Should be a good game. I think we may have to do a vlog.
Ooh, yeah.
We got to do a vlog. We did a few vlogs last season. I haven't got... It's been a while.
I might have to cleanse myself, though, post-game. And walk across the park and cleanse myself out. At my chapel, that is Anfield. But
You missed it. Oh, you were with Tranmere last season when they lost to Everton at Anfield. I went to that with Stu, Joe, and Harry. Ooh, Hemp on the left. There's less than 10 seconds left. Oh!
Corner.
That's
kick.
a corner. Yeah, I thought for a moment Bronze was going to get there and tap it in.
How many minutes do you reckon? 2?
It's got to be, hasn't it? We've had a referee having to pull her body away from a shot. It's like she was scared.
Mead is going to make contact with that then. 5 minutes?
That makes sense. I'd have said 4-3, but yeah, that makes sense.
Brighton Williamson having a chat. Do you want to go for it? Shall I go for it?
How
What do you reckon? I don't know. Should we do this one? What do you reckon?
come we've gone into ASMR?
Big ball in.
Oh,
Easy take.
straight to... So just completely jumping on Anne Katrin-Berger there.
No, Leslie, she's not that sort of burger.
But it's like a game like this tonight. I mean, actually, I think they've been selling these for around 30 quid, which is actually against the norm. Oh, thank God that didn't go in after all that work. Hannah Hampton could not afford to concede another one like that.
You get less of the idiots, don't you, with the women's team as well, going to the matches there.
A lot less drunk fans, that's for sure.
You won't get the derogatory chants at the women's games about like World War 1, 2 and whatever.
Exactly. It'd be interesting to know what the attendance is for this tonight, actually.
I'd imagine it'd be quite high.
They had, before the Euros, I mean, they had I think it was a friend who had to be headed away. Yeah, there we go. It's cleared. Still 3 minutes left of this stoppage time. England be amazing if they could get it to 3-3 at half time.
2-0.
But no, it was 2019, around this time of the year in 2019, and they had England hosting Germany at Wembley, and that was pretty much a sellout.
Oh, there's a slip and Russo's in possession.
Good
She
pass.
slipped as well. Did they play the NFL on there the other week? Could that be why they've dyed the bit of the pitch green and that's why they play?
I kept thinking they were just moving them to Tottenham these days and Twickenham. I might be wrong.
Could be wrong. Yeah, I could be wrong. It was just that the other week I swore when they had the interview with Tuchel, was it a week ago, 2 weeks ago, that I saw the NFL goalpost. So I don't know. I could be wrong.
Apparently, the stream's bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. We might use a stream bitrate of 6.
Yeah, I'm not getting the messages come through that they're coming up on yours. Saying on there that Ella.
Ella, yeah.
Scott.
Scott Bowie has a message retracted apparently.
Strange.
Oh, what a save! Oh, it nearly went in.
Hannah Hampton, take her bow.
I tell you, if that went in, it wouldn't have looked good, would
That was
it?
a loose ball, wasn't it, as well? Loose touch, and she's gone for it. Fair play.
What a save. You do see more of this in women's football when they challenge the height of the goalkeeper.
Yeah. It's when people say, oh, they need to make the goal smaller. No thanks.
No, well, it's not that. It's still a level playing field, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who cares? It's just the way it is in women's football. You know, you're going to get more goals like that. It's just natural. I remember Mary Earps was beaten in the air against Colombia last year at the World Cup.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have thought, but Mary Earps, She may be one of the best goalkeepers in the world, but her height, she does have height issues when it comes to certain shots.
You can be the tallest goalkeeper you want, but you're always going to have some sort of weakness, whether it be a shot up high, shot down low.
Yeah, exactly.
Joe Hart, he had an issue after he got an injury to, I think it was like a thigh or something. For years afterwards, he couldn't dive down low to his left.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so whenever 9 times out of 10, if he got beaten by a shot, it'd be low down to his left because he'd struggle to get the spring across. I think it was a thigh or groin injury or something that he'd had.
I'll tell you what, when that happens, if that happens, you got to keep that as quiet as possible, haven't you? You know, it's like that is my weakness, but don't tell anyone.
I remember him coming out of it a couple of years ago, because it was one of the reasons why his loan failed at Torino, because they discovered it and he didn't like it. So
and that's why
he ended up at West Ham, and that's why he got beaten by a few goals at West Ham.
I forgot Joe Hart was at West Ham.
I can't remember if he was there a year or 2 years, but half time.
I think he sort of suited Celtic though, didn't he? Really?
Yeah.
I think like Kasper Schmeichel, it kind of makes sense. So half time, what a game! It's been just ridiculous. Where do we start with that one? I mean,
10-0.
It was, yeah, absolutely. So yes, England 2, Germany 3 at half time. Let's quickly go through the goal scorers and all that. So, yep, that's the current scoreline if you can see it on our screen. So Germany, within the first 11 minutes, got a brace from Gwyn, scoring from the penalty spot after just 4 minutes when Leah Williamson made a poor pass back to Millie Bright, and then Millie Bright had to cause a foul in the box, gave him a penalty, took one for the team, but unfortunately for her, it meant a penalty would go and get scored by their captain of Gwyn on the 4th minute, and then 7 minutes later, scored again, completely caught England's defence asleep, basically. They completely terrorised them down the right-hand side, and it was a simple goal for Gwyn to score, really. And then basically just a minute before they reached the half-hour mark, Clara Buell scored, which should have been saved, really, by Hannah Hampton on the far post. And she was covering her near post as well. So really, for any goalkeeper at that level, you'd think they'd save it. But despite Germany starting off their revenge very well after what happened at the Women's Euros 2 years ago, fair play to England. Georgia Stanway has turned up, won a penalty, scored the penalty, and then within 3 minutes she goes and scores again. And then just before half-time, Ella Tone, given to her literally on a plate when it was a poor pass back from one of the German defenders. There she is in the box, and then she's placed it just past the post, and it should have been 3-3. But Joe, one moment it looked like England were already done for the night, and they looked like they were ready to get their bus ready for Coventry for Tuesday. And then here we are at half-time, actually realising we could still get something out of this.
It's a flipping mad game of football, isn't it? 3-0 down, you think they're dead and buried, game over, everyone's at the wake. But you got that moment, didn't you, where they won the penalty. A little glimmer of hope. Stanway, calm as you like, bottom corner. Berger, no chance. And then, obviously, the second was absolutely emphatic, wasn't it? The way that they played the ball about England. They moved the ball nice and smoothly, free-flowing football, and then played it on a plate for Stanway, who strides into the area and smashes it into the top corner. And then, obviously, like you said about Toon going close as well, Russo had a goal controversially disallowed at 1-0 to Germany. It could be completely different, couldn't it? It could be level peggers at the moment, but at the moment it's Germany with the 1-goal advantage. But if I was Serena Wiegman, I'd probably be the happier of the two managers going into the break, even though I'm a goal down.
I was going to say, is this where England do need to wake up just in general? Because it just feels like in the last few games we've kind of missed that spark with England under Serena Wiegman.
I think so, yeah. What will be infuriating if I was Serena Wiegman is that 2 of those German goals could have been done without. I think the second goal I'll let off the defence for, because it was an absolute beautiful crossfield ball, and obviously the defence has shifted across to the right to try and close the gap, and the ball's just switched across on the diagonal, and it was a touch and great low finish. But the first one's a sloppy back pass from Leah Williamson within, what was it, the first minute?
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
And the first couple of minutes, and then that's played right into trouble. She's tried to get in there and obviously brought down a marker, but then the third goal was just poor goalkeeping by Hampton at a near post. Maybe I'm being a bit too harsh, but Bronze just doesn't get positioning right, doesn't close down quick enough, ball through her legs, and then Hampton gets a hand to it, but it's just a very limp wrist, isn't it? And it goes through her hand and into the back of the net.
I think I'm just trying to find if there's actually, yeah, SofaScore does have it here. Let me have a look. So SofaScore good at doing a bit of rankings on the players. It looks as though Beth Mead, as expected, Stanway's got the highest ranking so far for England in this game at 8.0, while Beth Mead is literally 0.1 behind her at 7.9, which I think Beth Mead's had a good game, but I'd have given Russo a bit more credit, to be honest. She's only got 6.
Ridiculous. People are obviously watching a different game of football to us.
Yeah, because I thought Russo was tremendous, but apparently not. She's been such a threat so far. Who's been the weakest for England? Who are they saying at the moment? It looks as though they're saying Ella Toone, as well as Russo and Millie Bright. I mean, again, Millie Bright, she had to make the tackle to try and keep Germany out of the box, but I think she just took one for the team there, and she got a yellow card for it. For Germany, it looks as though Gwyn is joint there with Buell, who both of them scored. Gwyn, the captain, scored 2, while Buell scored the 3rd goal of the game for the team. But it looks as though for them, Jewel Brand has been given a 6.3. There I am saying how she's one of the most rated German footballers in women's football right now, and she's lowest in the ranking there. That's not great.
We have had some comments on the England defence. Both from Paul Christopher. He says, "I'm sorry, but we need to ditch the old guard in defence. It's just dreadful. Sorry, but take her off. She is doing nothing." So I presume she means, he means by she, I presume he means Bright. I'm not sure.
Millie Bright, maybe. But Leah Williamson, let's not forget, Paul, it was Leah Williamson who started off the problem in defence at the start of the game. So, you could say both were at fault for the goals in this second half, and Hannah Hampton should have saved the 3rd one. But
unless he's meaning Russo, but I don't think he's meaning Russo.
Well, Alex Greenwood is on the bench, and I would have thought it does seem as though whenever, let's be honest, at the Women's World Cup, Millie Bright and Alex Greenwood were your main centre-offs because Leah Williamson had an ACL. But I do look at it and think, is Alex Greenwood good enough to be in the starting 11? I'd say so.
Yeah.
I think she's a warrior. No idea why she's on the bench tonight. Might just be by choice, or maybe she's not fully fit. I'm not sure. But, Alex Greenwood is a great centre-off, and I think Millie Bright is also solid, and so is Leah Williamson, but I just think, sadly, they've been a bit asleep tonight.
Yeah. I think we need to have a coffee and wake up.
I'd like to see Grace Clinton come on at some point. She's been brilliant so far this season for Man United. It'd be interesting if she gets a shout in the second half. Chloe Kelly, of course, Jess Park, 2 phenomenal players. Jess Park especially really showing her development in the last year or so. But yes, it's Mary Earps could even maybe come on if Hannah Hampton makes another mistake. I don't think Serena Wigman will be having any of that. Anyway, I'm going to be right back, folks. I'll leave you with Joe for a moment, just because I need the toilet and I forgot to bring a drink in for the stream. Do you need anything, Joe?
No, I'm all good, thanks, mate. I've got my water from Costco.
Got his water.
Other supermarkets or licensed retailers. Or yeah, that would be quite good, wouldn't it? A water sponsor. Yeah, they're just showing me plays now of the Stanway goal and what I finish, and the way she just casually picks up the ball under her arm, jogs back. Right, girls, we've got a game to get back into. It's 3-2. Let's get this over. Mighty talking on his punditry as well, absolute legend of the game. Mighty, and a big advocate for women's football as well. Ian Wright, massive fan of his. I think let us know your thoughts in the comments below and who you think, if there should be any changes to the England lineup for this second half and who you think that should be. I think mostly Hampton has been good. So apart from obviously being beaten out of near post for that third goal, she didn't cover herself in glory in that. But then she redeemed herself with that late effort just before half time. So yeah, it's an interesting one on that one. Defensively, they looked a bit weak early doors, and then they managed to turn it around. Have England maybe, like we said, Greenwood on for Millie Bright. I think would be my choice there, but you know. Let us know your thoughts on that. I think Leslie Russo has done very well up top, despite the fact that she hasn't scored. She did score that amazing finish when it was 1-0 to Germany, but the goal was disallowed for a very, very tight offside that I'm not fully convinced was offside. But maybe I'm being a touch biased. But yeah, let us know your thoughts as well with the Women's Super League so far this season. If you've been watching that, what you think of the Super League this season? I think it's been an interesting start to the season. Chelsea are top as probably expected, with City following closely behind. Manchester United and Brighton making up the top four as well has been a bit of a surprise. Manchester United dropped off last season. I thought they might be thereabouts this year. Maybe a 4th or 5th place finish, battling between them and Liverpool. Brighton have surprised me at how high they've been. They seem to have invested well in some. I thought losing Elizabeth Turland will be a major issue for them, but it's proven not to be an issue for them. In the end, she's gone to Manchester United. She's done all right. Manchester United has Elizabeth Turland, but you know, when it comes to how well she's performed, I think how well Brighton have coped without her. I think they've been fine. They've been perfectly fine. I think Nikita Paris has been a fantastic signing for them in terms of the fact that she's got the experience, the agility, and the pace that you need from a forward player. Strong head on the shoulders. Scored against Manchester United last time out, so that's a bonus as well. Scored against a former club. So yeah, I've been very impressed with that one. I've been disappointed as a Liverpool fan with Liverpool's start to the season. I think it's 1 win, 3 draws and a defeat as well. So yeah, been massively disappointed in that one. Oh, what's he got here?
Broken biscuits.
He's got a bag of bickies.
Broken biscuits
Oh.
from Iceland. Oh, sorry, my
That's
chair
why
was
Jamie goes to Iceland. I am terrible when it comes to biscuits.
Well, we're waiting for the start of the second half, and Joe is very well enjoying his biscuit. It's mainly bourbon creams I've seen in here. Yep, people are watching us eat.
It's like food.
Oh, so good. Who'd have thought a used bicker that's probably been eaten, spitted back out, would be so good. I need to get closer to Joe. There we go. Oh. Anyway, in terms of the Women's Super League, Joe, how are you finding it with this season? Are you impressed by Liverpool? Because you are a Liverpool fan, and isn't it funny? Liverpool don't play at Tranmere's ground now, do they? They play in Widnes.
Oh, you'll have to laugh. You make me laugh because I've just been talking about this on the not necessarily the ground, but how I thought the season has started off. I'm saying that United have done very well. Brighton has been a massive surprise, but I think the signing of Paris, I think, has been massive for them. The experience.
I saw him in Birmingham the other week.
In
the League Cup, yeah.
But I thought, Liverpool have been very disappointed. 1 win, 3 draws and a defeat to Manchester City. It's probably expected that defeat, to be fair, but still not the point. Just seeing again that you were leading for a long period of time they've moved from Prenton Park.
Just reminded Joe of that Diallo goal that's just been shown in for. Oh, look at that! Hey.
Prenton Park to the Totally Wicked Stadium in St Helens, and it's a move that I think hasn't gone down well. I don't know whether it's affected the attendances that massively. I think they've been getting about 2,000 or 3,000.
I've heard it's a good ground though. That's what I've heard. But...
Yeah, it's a good ground, but it just looks weird when you're looking at it on the TV, and there's nobody behind the goals
Yeah.
because it's all like standing behind the goals for the rugby. So it's a bit like,
I've never been to the ground, but they used to play there, didn't they?
they played at Widnes years ago. So
Yeah,
this is slightly further down the road.
Oh, it's another ground.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I kept thinking. All right, I love it how the ground is literally named after Totally Wicked.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I do like that.
I've been
that's a
past
good
it
name.
twice. I've never been in it, but I've been past it twice when we've had games that way.
And that is in Widnes or
yeah,
something. Yeah,
it's in as in the Totally Wicked one in St Helens. That's it, and it's.
Oh, sorry, St.
So
St. Helens. I
it's
get
in
mixed
like
up.
proper like industrial estate. So you've got like a Tesco next to it and some garages around it.
And it's a
stuff.
rugby ground as well,
It's
isn't
a
it?
rugby ground, yeah. So
I think I might be wrong, but I think there's a few stuff. Jess Park is going to come on, ladies and gentlemen. Jess Park is a terrific player. I've not seen much of her this season. Joe literally is going right in there. I knew he'd be happy with the.
I'm taking you.
It is mainly bourbon creams. It's like little bits as well. It's hilarious.
Taking you home after the stream, James.
Oh God, that's what I have to pay him to come here and do a watch along. It's worth it though. But anyway, the game is about to get going for this second half. Yeah, that's it. You get the crumbs off my desk. I am cleaning the flat tomorrow, so it's not. Oh God, I don't think people want to hear that. Oh, you're gonna get crumbs all over the mic.
Crumbs or what? Well, yeah, it was crumbs you said over the mic.
Ugh, dickhead. So Germany did make a double substitution, but I could not retract who they were. But Jess Park has come on at least. This will be interesting. I don't know if she replaced though. I missed it. And away we go. Second half. So only one goal between them. We'll take that, wouldn't we, at the start of the second half after half of the first half we saw, which was just pretty damn awful from England. But there's been some resurgence out of nowhere before half time, and they're back in this.
Yeah, a big resurgence, and hopefully they come out, a bit more confident in this second half.
Absolutely. Well, I'm trying to figure out who Jess Parker's come off for. Or they might go and score. Ooh. Oh, it won't. Hasn't updated on. Just having to look. Come on.
Tooney.
Oh, I mean, you know what? Maybe just because of the miss. Maybe Serena Wiegman saying, I can't afford those to be missed tonight, mate.
She's not been. Well, she's been a shell of a form herself. I know she's had a rough summer, but she lost her father, which is really, really sad news. And thoughts go to the family, and what will still be a difficult time.
I think it's easy for people to say as well, give it some time, you'll be fine. But I think a lot of people take it very hard, a lot longer than they expect.
I think she come out and said he was like her rock, and he was the one that every game just used to send her a message of support and be like,
"Yeah,
come on." Whether he was like every game he could possibly get to, but if he couldn't be there for like illness or whatever, he'd send her a message and be like,
"Yeah,
you've got this, kid." And then obviously it must be like, and for it to come out of like pretty much nowhere, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's a bit like.
Do they know what he passed away from?
I think it was a short illness. I don't know if he'd had cancer or something. I'm not sure.
Oh,
I might be wrong, but it's very, very sad.
I think it hurts more as well when you don't expect it, But no, it is a shame. I mean, who doesn't love Ella Toon as well? Scored in the final to make it 1-0 in the game in that final. What a goal that was as well. I remember it was a long ball to her and she lobbed it just over the goalkeeper.
Beautiful finish. Beautiful finish.
It wasn't Anne Katrin-Berger in goal in that final. It was another German goalkeeper. I can't remember her name. It's Georgia Stanley, who's probably been England's player of the match.
Have you ever watched the documentaries about that final? Because Tooney was in one of them. I can't remember if it was the BBC one or the Sky one. I can't remember.
Oh, I've not seen any.
But I've seen both. And she said that as soon as the whistle went, she just ran towards Les.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
she said it was just like an instinct moment where, where's me bestie?
Oh.
And then she said they just ran towards each other. That's why, and that was luckily caught.
Kept it in. Go on, Stanway.
I thought she was going to go down there under a challenge.
Do you think Germany will welcome her back in next week?
Well, if not, I'll take her at Liverpool. Need all the help we can get.
I don't know what her wages are.
She'll do it for a broken biscuit.
Maybe 2. Joel Brand's having a terrible game. We'll have to make sure we do watch-alongs on a regular basis together, Joe. The last one we did was the Asian Cup final back in February, which was a weird game of football.
It was a couple of days after, or a day after my birthday.
It was, wasn't it? And the day before the Africa Cup of Nations final?
Yes.
Yes.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, I remember now.
I think it was February the 10th. Alex Albon dramatically crashes with Oliver Bearman during P1 of Mexican City Grand Prix.
Who's that?
Albon's crashed with
Oh,
Bearman.
Alex Albon. Crash into who?
Bearman.
I worried you were going to say Perez then. Oh, Hampton, that was a cheeky pass. I thought all of a sudden she made the wrong choice, but clearly not.
England, England,
England. England, England, England. Now managed by a German.
And his name's Tuchel.
It's weird, isn't it? Actually, let's talk about it. What do you think?
Good appointment. Good appointment. I don't care what the nationality is. He's got the credentials. He's got the silverware in the cabinet. He's got experience. Okay, not an international level, but yeah, he's managed some big clubs.
Oh no! Oh, good. That's him.
4-2.
No doubt.
Game.
Offside.
Yeah, flags up.
I'd love to see that again. I wonder whether. You know
Must
what?
have been the early.
You know what?
Ball,
It's
early in the
typical.
phase.
It's typical Jules Brand though to score like a simple goal, and she's had a terrible game.
It must be the initial ball.
Well done to the linesman.
It's bad though nowadays. You got to defend like you got Wellington with her arms behind her back. She had to defend like that because of the fear of the ball striking you.
Yeah.
They're gonna check the VAR, but he was offside.
I mean, we've seen it in that angle. Yeah.
But Tuchel. Yeah, solid appointment. I think it'd be interesting to see how he does on an international level. But I think the fact that he's got good knockout tournament experience will put England in good stead.
I feel like.
Still won't win
I
the World
think.
Cup,
I think. No, we won't win the World Cup. I think it's a shame this didn't happen before the Euros.
Yeah.
That's my take. I was done with Southgate after the last World Cup. I feel as though Southgate has done a tremendous job. He created an atmosphere.
Go on.
He created it's a corner for England. He created an atmosphere that we can believe again, didn't he? Because let's be honest, it's easy to slate him, and I have done. But overall, you do look at it and go, well, look, he got us to 2 Euro finals. And we did, and in his first World Cup, we got to the semis, which was at the time we didn't know what to expect in that World Cup. I think we went into it and just went, we got nothing to lose, lads. Let's see what we can do, and it ended up being a lot better than we thought. But I just think sadly we kept hold of him for too long, where it was like we're there, we just need someone to push them over the line. I feel as though Southgate's inexperience got to him at the end, and I think his style of play was hit and miss.
I think post Qatar, we become more defensive as a team.
Yeah.
It's just a bit stagnant and boring. I feel like...
Wasn't great to go see. Do you remember the Brazil friendly earlier this year?
Yeah.
That was boring, really boring to watch.
I think he got to the point where he was too stubborn and picked certain players that he shouldn't have been picking, regardless of their form, just because of the name they are, which God bless his soul, was a bit of an undoing for Sven, I think, at times, under Sven's tenureship all those years ago.
I wasn't a big fan of Sven, though, to be honest. I know he got a lot of... Don't get me wrong, it's sad that he's passed away. Yeah. But if we're actually talking about his time in England, yeah, he did okay. But he lost to the same manager 3 times.
Scolari.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, got quarterfinals at each tournament, which is great consistency, but were we effective? Nah. I don't think England were great under Sven.
So-called golden generation. Instead of playing 4-4-2 and shifting Gerrard or Lampard out to the wing, just play the diamond.
Yeah.
I know it would have been ahead of its time, but it just So simple.
I mean, just even if Scholes had to start on the bench, then so be it. Don't play him on left mid.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, he hasn't got the pace. Doesn't
If
know
he
how
had to
run.
rotate the midfielders, then he had to rotate the midfielders. Say to Gerrard, you'll start this game with Scholes, and then another week it'll be Scholes, Lampard, Gerrard, Lampard, blah, blah, blah. The myth, it's a myth that Gerrard and Lampard can play together. That's a myth as well. Absolute nonsense.
Well, I think because Scholes got so annoyed by how England was ran, he literally Fergie told him don't play for England, just focus on United, and that's what happened. I think quite a few players lost the love for it, but
yeah,
I don't know. There's something about Sven-Goran Eriksson was okay. I don't think he was amazing. Fabio Capello was terrible.
Oh,
It was just terrible.
You cannot have tomato ketchup.
I know.
That was really weird.
But is it funny when you hear all the players now after they don't play anymore? All of them all of them were on the same page about Capello, weren't they?
Yeah.
And do you remember when Beckham was one of his coaches?
That was weird.
That was weird. It didn't look like Beckham didn't look comfortable at all.
I know I might be biased, but picking Ferdinand as captain was poor choice as well.
Yeah. Well, he was injured as well at that World Cup, wasn't
he? Yeah, he got injured by Heskey in the training sessions just before the tournament. But his choices of squad that tournament.
Yeah,
as well.
he picked Heskey instead of Darren Bent.
Yeah.
I'd have taken Darren Bent over Heskey any day of the week.
But with all due respect, Matthew Upson in there, he wasn't amazing.
No, he scored, didn't he, in that
Yeah.
Germany game? But funny enough, he has scored against Germany twice.
Yes, in a friendly.
Yeah.
Was that the same friendly that Vardy scored? Was that
No, it was way before 2010.
Was that 2008?
Something like that.
Yeah.
And he scored the only goal, I think. I think they beat them in that friendly. So it is funny that Upson, even though he wasn't a goal scorer, he scored 2 against Germany in 2 different games.
But yeah, there was a few members of the squad that were a bit strange. But then you got like Roy Hodgson's first squad in 2012 for the Euros,
and he only had a month to play with, didn't he? Because I remember because Capello left out of nowhere.
He picked Martin Kelly and Jordan Henderson. I know both. Like Henderson,
Martin Kelly, I forgot about him.
I know that both of those coming due to injuries, but even then, I was like, with all due respect to Martin Kelly, he wasn't an England international at that point.
No,
he never even had a cap before until we played Norway in a pre-tournament friendly.
Oh, Germany! I mean, you can tell the game hasn't had. Well, hang on, here come Germany now. And Hampton's got that, but in terms of the Germany game, Thomas Tuchel, I'm excited about it. I reckon they've done it. It's clear that his contract is basically he's there till the next World Cup, isn't he? But I wonder if they're waiting on somebody else. You know, I think they're waiting on Pep Guardiola.
Possibly.
Yeah, he wants to be a national team manager apparently.
Yeah, and he's been making the noises about going from City, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he's going in the summer. It's something that's I know. Thank God, please.
And they're apparently looking at Ruben Amorim of Sporting because they're bringing Sporting director in to replace Chixi Bescheretain. Or I might have pronounced it slightly wrong, but you know what I'm talking about. And they reckon that the Sporting Lisbon director is going to come in, and then they're going to bring Ruben Amorim in. This is all assuming they're still a Premier League club.
Yeah,
which they will be. Which they will be because
when is this case going to come to an end? I don't get.
Apparently, they're supposed to bring the verdict out in early 2025, about January, February time. But
is there a court case right now or something like that?
Yeah,
apparently?
they're doing a court case over the 115 charges right now.
I love it how they talk about it, but no one's reporting on it.
No.
Like,
Apparently
why is it any other court
to.
case? What? Not. It just smells dodgy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't. It was when Premier League said we're not going to say when it is, but it is going to happen. And I was a bit like, what? In my eyes, that is a public interest.
Yeah.
It involves supporters of Manchester City, supporters of football, and supporters of teams in the Premier League at least. People should know about this.
It will have a catastrophic effect, whatever the outcome is, on the game of football in this country.
Oh, it's going to be horrendous.
Worldwide, really, you think about it. I know mainly in this country, but worldwide, it'll have an aspect on it.
I think it could be really bad.
If City win, then that means clubs can just cook the books and do whatever the hell they want.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Jules Brand finally showing what she's made of. Is she going to go alone? Oh!
Hampton
Straight at Hampton.
redeemed herself for that first half one.
Absolutely.
And then but if the Premier League win the case, then that means that really they have to relegate City.
Yeah.
But then they've got the debate of, do you strip the titles?
I don't think you can strip the titles. I think you punish them with points.
It sit wrong with me. Although they've won them by financial doping, as it were, it just feels wrong. Liverpool getting and United and the teams that missed out on all the trophies and stuff.
Well, it's like
giving things. It's like
it's like the Tour de France, isn't it?
Yeah.
With Lance Armstrong, they had to. They just simply made it clear that those years will just strip it from Lance Armstrong. And then the question was, do the runners-up get it? No. Which is a shame. But I think it's because of the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're not going to actually lift it, are you, in front of... And then go... You know what I mean? Imagine getting the original squad. Yeah, getting the original squad back, the manager, all that. It just seems weird. And then actually going... And then the fans going, I remember this 6 years ago. We were shit.
Stevie G gets the trophy up on the stage. Whoa.
Yeah.
Sorry, Stevie. I love you, mate. You're my hero, but I gotta make a joke.
But it's also the fact that, like, can you imagine Mourinho lifting the Premier League trophy as Man United, mate? Yeah.
It's football heritage. Football heritage. Four for me. None for Pep because he cheats.
Yeah.
And Brendan Rodgers going, me and Colo Torre won the Premier League together. Me and Colo Torre. He's a wonderful human being. I don't know if it sounds Irish in me. I don't know.
I always forget he's Irish.
Colo Torre. Colin Pascoe.
Brilliant. I hope Alex Greenwood's coming on for Williamson. Interesting.
And Jurgen Klopp would be a 3-time Premier League champion. Boom.
He would. But I love it. I love it how Arsenal keep thinking. No. They keep saying that Arsenal would get something, and then people forget. And it doesn't include those seasons.
No.
So Arsenal fans, if you're watching, forget it. It doesn't involve those seasons. I think from now on, Man City have been clean, but it's just the fact that those years are affected. But something's got to happen. If they are guilty, something's got to happen. How can you get away with 115 charges?
My worry is they'll say they're guilty and then just give them a fine, which would be nothing to them. Like,
I don't think they will. I think they'll stick to it till the end just because of how much they've spent on the lawyers.
They'll need, like...
I think they've gone go hard or go home.
Because technically, it depends on how many charges they get done for as well. Because I can't see them getting done for all 115.
No. But as you say, it's how many, isn't it?
I'd love to see... could you imagine them getting points deductions for each? Like, because you think about it, Everton and Forest got 10 points dropped down to 6 for one charge. So if you think about it, if they're getting 10 points dropped down to 6 for one charge, obviously 6 on appeal, then it'll be interesting to see what City we get. Say they got charged like 50 of those charges, isn't it? It's just like...
Well, Gwyn has gone off. The captain is gone. So she won't get that hat trick at Wembley tonight. She'll have to try another time.
600-point deduction.
But this is the other thing. It's how do you... Like, I don't think they've ever had this properly in England before, but if they're following the rules like they did with Everton and Forest, then it's 10 points per charge or something.
Yeah. 1,100. Welcome to today's National League North game between Curzon Ashton and Manchester City at the Tameside Stadium.
I mean, surely that's the most logical and consistent sense, though, from the Premier League, which is, Forest and Everton, unless I got it wrong, Forest and Everton got those penalties because I think they went up to them and took it like a man, you could say, but probably because they knew what they were going to get. Oh, another save by Hampton. Come on, England, we need a goal. It's still 3-2. It's been a very quiet goal-scoring game since half-time.
You've got the headache as well, haven't you? As football authority, you say they did, kick them out of the Premier League. What the Football League says, they don't want them. What the National League says, they don't want them. Did they end up in Sunday League? That'd be funny, wouldn't it?
Do you think... Why do they not want them, though? Because of the cheating, or...?
Yeah, they might turn around saying, we don't want them in our division. They'll do it here, they'll cheat their way back up.
I feel like... I don't know. I really don't.
Something
I really
like that.
don't know.
It's a minefield.
It just feels like we're all stepping on territory. We have no idea of what's going to happen.
But anyway, back to the women's football.
Yeah. It's been mainly Germany in the second half. 64 minutes gone. That's gone way out.
Soon.
I did like the... Sorry, excuse me.
I thought she was fanning herself then, Greenwood, but she was asking for the ball.
Like it's too warm. I mean, my mum said to me the other day there's a bit of Indian summer kicking in.
Ooh.
I mean, it has been quite nice today, the last few days, but I wouldn't go on and say it's been very warm.
No.
I wouldn't say it's hotter than this. Yeah. To be honest, this flat that I live in is quite an old building, and it sometimes ends up being colder in here than it is outside. Cold buildings for you. If you haven't yet, folks, do subscribe to the channel. Click that subscribe button. Here come Germany, all through in the middle. Lucy Bronze with the tackle there, and it's a corner kick.
That was gold from Bronze.
I bet some people have used that a few times.
Yeah.
She's got a few Champions Leagues under her belt.
She has. Didn't she score when England won bronze in the World Cup years ago? Or am I wrong?
I think she
scored the spot
did.
kick,
Or was it
didn't
Farrah Williams?
she? It could have been Farrah, actually, yeah.
Oh, my Wi-Fi has gone down a little bit.
Kevin, the Wi-Fi's out again. Why can't I find any of you guys anymore?
What's that of?
Despicable Me Too.
I've still not seen that. I know it's Steve Carell, though.
Yeah. Can't find any of his minions, and the Wi-Fi's gone. He's like, Kevin, the Wi-Fi's out again. And she's tapping his laptop. Why can't I find any of you guys anymore?
Well, the Wi-Fi's definitely out here at the moment. I'm trying to Google Lucy Bronze, ladies and gentlemen, but it's not having it. I'll wait till we get it loading.
Up a random person called Lucy with a bronze tattoo. No, tattoo, tan, sorry. Lucy Bronzed.
Oh dear.
But
There we go. I keep forgetting she's at Chelsea.
Yeah, she joined in the summer, didn't she? Was it Barcelona?
Yes.
Barcelona.
How old is she now? She's only 30. I feel like she's gone older.
She played for Liverpool.
Oh yeah.
Sunderland, Everton, Liverpool, Manchester City twice, Lyon.
I think the second time she had a problem with Gareth Taylor, didn't she, or something like that?
I think so, yeah.
Barcelona, Chelsea, just some clubs there that she's played for.
Not Man United.
Ugh. We didn't want her.
Until next summer, probably. Now I've said that.
Look at her honours. Let's have a look. Champions League 3 years in a row.
WSL.
2016. 2 with Liverpool as well. What the fuck?
Liverpool.
And she also won the FA Women's Premier League Northern Division. Yay.
Yay, with Sunderland.
Yay. Women's Champions League. So she's won the Women's Champions League 5 times.
She's like the female equivalent of Ronaldo.
Or Clarence Seedorf. Or Messi.
Messi.
Yeah. FIFA Women's World Cup runner-up, as well as the 3rd place. Some career she's had. England Player of the Year for 2 years, 2015 and 2019. Anyway, England have.
What an intro that'll be if she scored the equaliser.
I know, yeah. Oh, she did go for it. She didn't get to it, though, with a header.
Would have been bronze.
Just
it's
to make...
free.
That would have been quality. didn't realise England are still wearing those terrible coats.
At the same end.
With the pink and the blue, it's just horrendous.
At the same end that Ben Watson scored that famous header for Wigan against Manchester City in the FA Cup final.
What was that when they... Oh!
In 2013.
Did you say Watford?
Ben Watson.
Oh, I thought you said Watford then.
No,
I was
they
like,
got
wait
beat
on about...
6-0.
Yeah, they got beat. It was boring. I missed that day. I missed that game, luckily. Yeah, I'm glad I missed that. We'll have to figure out what watch-along we have to do next for women's football, Joe. Or I was just going to look at dates on live score of possible games.
Tranmere Rovers women first.
Hey, I've been to a game.
You have? 4-4 draw with Salford City last season.
It was a good game. And then there was someone who... Was it her ankle she broke?
Just an ACL.
Was there ACL, was it, when that tackle happened? Oh.
One of the girls did an ACL in front of me, and the girl did her ankle, in front of you, but she was luckily alright. It was just heavily bruised.
It was just terrible, the tackle, though. She just didn't... She
send
didn't
her
give a
off.
shit either.
Referee bottled it, didn't he? He didn't send her off.
That was poor refereeing.
But yeah, one of the girls did her ACL. She's on her way back. She's back on the pitch.
Hey.
She's not kicking a ball just yet.
Well, has it been that long?
Yeah. But she didn't get a surgery till early on this year, I think, if I remember rightly.
Bloody hell. Must be weird playing again, though, when you're out for so long. It's like you've got to get used to it again.
But each week I'm putting a few clips together of the girls coming back from their injuries, so I can do a hashtag road to recovery. Love it.
Right. Free kick for Germany. Oh, Hampton spilled it! Oh.
Defending and free. Penalty.
Oh, dear.
Oh, my days.
Looks like it involved Williamson. Oh, no, wait. What am I saying? She went off. Russo.
I thought it was a foul on Russo at first, but referee's pointed to the spot. Let's see. Hampton spilled. It's pinball.
I don't think that's a penalty.
She's got a touch on the ball. And the German player's kicked her. That's never a penalty.
That's not a penalty.
Never a penalty.
If that's a penalty, it's the softest penalty I've ever
She's
seen.
got the ball, Russo has. If anything, referee's overturned it, I think. No.
No, apparently Hampton fought. No.
Oh, you're having a laugh, ref.
No.
Never a penalty in a million
That's
years.
not a penalty.
She's kicked Russo, not the other way around.
That is, even with VAR, that looks even worse.
Yeah. Come on.
It's not a penalty.
Come on, Hannah. Keeper's left.
That really pees me off, that, because you've just ruined the game from that.
Yeah.
Never a penalty.
I've called the sides both for each penalty, though, haven't I?
You have.
Both sides.
You should be a goalkeeper coach.
Scott Bowie should have been England's fee. I don't know what that means.
Should have been England's fee. What do you mean that, Scott? That's a terrible...
Oh, does he mean free kick? And it's just a typo.
Ah, yeah, it must be that.
Hello, Kelly!
She's wearing the yellow headband again.
Recently got married. Congratulations to Chloe.
Oh, what? That means no chance for me.
There's a thing called a divorce.
Confirmation then, De Brits with the
I thought you could see
goal.
confirmation of the divorce. I was like, whoa! Should have been married a few weeks.
You want your divorce? I'll get you a divorce. I know it's only a friendly, but it's annoying, you know. Could have been 3-3 from Toon, and now it's 4-2.
And that's Russo's last act.
Oh, yeah, she's gone. Yeah,
She looks like
she'll be frustrated.
I thought she was going to cry then, better. Shouldn't have replayed. It's never a penalty.
Well, she's got the ball there. Look, changes direction, so she miskicks it. So if anything, Russo just made it so that she was never going to kick it. Look, kicks it away. Oh, for God's sake!
It's a joke. Where's the referee from?
Uh,
Not making accusations, just curious.
Probably Hungarian or something.
Scotland. Oh, there we go.
Hopefully it's on here. Info. Summary.
Could be it somewhere.
They don't do lineups on here, which is weird for this game.
Is it on SofaScore?
UEFA website might do it. No.
Oh, what do you think? Yeah, that's interesting. The match report will have it. It's remarkable.
No, it doesn't say anything. Oh God, imagine if they get 5.
Women don't know how to referee football, says Scott Bowie. That's a bit harsh.
I'd have thought the UEFA website might have something, because since it's them still organising the friendlies, I think. Let's have a look. Oh, it's the Ballon d'Or this week, isn't it?
Or next
week.
It's Vinicius Junior for the men's, don't they? Which I'm a bit like,
But in all fairness, who else would you give it to? Well, maybe Rodri.
Yeah, I don't want a City player winning it though.
Eh?
Don't want a City player winning it though. Never really the end of it.
I think Bellingham would be top 3 for me.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd. I'm not sure.
I know he's not started this season off the best, but apparently he's been playing in a different position, hasn't he? He was like more of a 10 last year, wasn't he? They experimented him as a 6, haven't they?
And let's not forget, Mbappe's doing what he did last season, pretty much.
Kylian Mbappe. So poor though, wasn't he, Mbappe at the Euros? Something abysmal.
Yeah, he's that's 2 Euro tournaments he's had now where he's been dreadful. He scored none at the previous Euros, and then he missed the penalty, didn't he, against Switzerland?
Yes.
So
Go on.
I was a bit surprised Didier Deschamps got another tournament out. You know, he's going to be there till the World Cup now, apparently.
Yeah.
It surprised me that.
Go on.
Go on, Heb!
Yay!
Yay! Oh, it's offside.
Come on.
How many goals have been offside? That must be at least 2 or 3.
The wry smile. Gotta check that on the VAR. VAR, me lord.
VAR.
Yes,
Way offside.
Oh, me lord. VAR. Remember when Spurs sung that away to City in the Champions League years ago?
I can see what. Oh, I remember that goal. I remember I couldn't watch it, but I listened to the game on the train, and I was literally like this, like, please don't score. And I heard it, I was like, no. And then I heard that it was disallowed. I was like, I cannot believe it.
Another awful decision, not offside. Should stood yet again, says Scott.
Yeah, that was offside.
Yeah. I remember I was watching Liverpool Porto, and I think they won like 5-0 away to Porto.
I need a biscuit.
And then I remember they were giving like little updates in the bottom corner on what was BT Sport back then, saying like, "There's been a goal, there's been a goal, there's been a goal, there's been a goal." Tottenham holding on, and I'm like, oh, and like City have just won the tie, Sterling. And I'm going, no, and then they go, hang on a second, VAR has ruled out for offside. I'm going, yeah.
I was so happy. I just couldn't get over Llorente scoring the win.
They still claim it was handball when it come off a hip. But German player's gone down injured.
Oh dear.
He just grabbed a throat.
I mean, she seems all right.
Or was it her leg? I just weren't the one of the players pointing at her throat then. I was like, unless she's had like a bang on her.
Have a look. Ooh, ow, ooh, ah.
Oh,
Yeah, she's gone over her toe. She'll be fine, but yeah.
Should I have this water?
12 minutes to go. Imagine if Hemp's goal had counted. That would have made it a very interesting last few minutes.
Oh, Kira, what should have got the armband? I thought it was Millie Bright was the vice.
Yeah, I thought so.
Interesting.
I've still been meaning to get Serena Wiegman's book.
Supposed to be very good. Hers and Beth Mead's. Beth Mead's supposed to be very emotional.
Oh, really? Was it Beth Mead who also lost someone not long ago?
A mother early on in the year.
That was it, yeah. Last year, I think, just before the World Cup, I think it was. Yeah, no, I've got a feeling Serena Wiegman's book's probably a good one.
Have you watched the I can't remember what the name of it is. Step by Step.
No?
It's a 5-part on Sky Sports. I don't know whether it's on the channels or not. I ended up downloading it, and it was about
Offside again.
It was a diary that Beth Mead and Viviana Miedemar did together when they were recovering from their ACL injuries, both when they were at Arsenal. It was fascinating.
Hey, they were both off, weren't they? Yeah.
So it covered like the seasons that they got.
They must have had a lot more time together
then. Yeah. It was really, really good. Good watch, and if anyone's interested, give it a watch.
What's it called? Step by Step.
Step by Step. Yeah, there's like 5 parts. I think they range from like half an hour to 45 minutes.
I'll have to have a look.
I just come across it the other week. I just sent it into my Sky Remote women's football documentaries just to see what comes up because I find them dead interesting. And WSL and stuff. I just search things like that and can't remember what the search was. It come up and I was like, oh, I'll download that. Watched it over a couple of nights and it was really fascinating.
Bronze! Yeah! What a terrible mistake for Katrin Berger. We're back in the tie. It's 4-3.
Yeah.
We can still win it, ladies. What were you saying about bronze?
I said she was going to score, didn't I?
Yeah, you did, but also what was your commentary?
It's gold from bronze.
Hey!
Berger spills it. Bronze. If she doesn't score, it's a penalty because Berger's
obstructing.
Yeah, and she's clattered her.
Yeah, I had to score.
She wiped her gloves on her shirt.
So both goalkeepers
made howls.
They have, especially the most experienced. So 9 minutes to go. They need another goal. And
is that Jessica Naz?
I think it is. Yes, it is. There's a couple of I don't know if they're debutants of England, but Beth Mead's gone off.
We want Grace Clinton.
Yeah, come on, give us Grace Clinton. Oh, this is Bronze coming off.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is. I was wondering where she was going. Great work, Bronze. England haven't been superb tonight or anything like that, but the fact that there is a fight in them is still good to see, despite my thoughts on them not playing their best recently.
We're gonna win 5-4.
We're gonna win 5-4. We're gonna win 5-4. We have scored 5 against Germany before, as we all know. We always go on about that game, and I always think it was a bloody friendly, wouldn't it?
Oh, you talk about 2001 with the men's team?
Yeah.
That was a World Cup qualifier.
Was it?
Sven's first game in charge.
Was that actually... No! I didn't realise it was his first game in charge.
And
Bloody
all
hell.
players played for which football club? All goal scorers.
And who, sorry?
All goal scorers for England played for which football club?
Didn't Skull score one, though? I thought Skull scored one.
Michael Owen hat-trick.
Yeah, Heskey.
Heskey and Stevie G.
I can't figure Scholes scored one.
First England goal.
Was it?
Yeah, rifled it bottom corner for 25 yards.
Bloody hell, some stories that night then.
Corner.
And that was the
headed out, chested down, bang.
And that was the year Michael Owen scored a hat-trick. Yeah. Oh, I remember the Stevie G goal. Yeah.
Short-haired Stevie G, wasn't it? Skinhead Stevie.
Oh, dear. Yeah, Skinhead Stevie, when he wore that big baggy Colesberg Liverpool top, I remember. I tell you what, that's why I love football shirts changing all the time because it helps you remember when it was.
Yeah, the two
If you all had the same, you'd have to try and guess what year. I feel
nowadays they're so skin tight, aren't they? As well, it's like
I miss the baggies. Well, you can still, as long as you get the old tops and the proper originals, then yeah. But they come at a price, sadly, as well because they're not easy to. Well, you can get them off eBay, for example, but people know how much they're worth. You know, they'll charge. Luckily, do you remember that United, that navy shirt that they had with a black collar, and it had like white thin lines going across?
yes, yeah,
It had sharp view cam on it or something like that.
yeah.
I got that as an original with Beckham on the back,
Ooh.
and amazingly, it was off Vinted for like 40 quid. Really thrilled with it. And I actually did buy it to resell at the end, but I did wear it for when we lost in the FA Cup final to City last year.
Yeah.
And it was baggy, it was perfect. I just felt great. You know what I mean? It just feels like a shirt you can wear at any point. It's not tight, it's not uncomfortable. Superb.
What was your take on the Adidas kits nowadays?
Depends who we're talking about. I think it's a shame Adidas are leaving Germany.
Yeah,
That's
aren't
a
they? They're
real shame.
signing on to Nike, aren't they now?
What, Adidas?
Germany,
Really? Why? I'm okay, maybe for money, but really, do you not want to go with traditions where Adidas are clearly going to do the job?
And your own country's manufacturer.
Exactly, like it's like because Volkswagen's on their like coat.
Yeah.
Normally. Oh, they should score. Ooh.
Hampton with a howler. But yeah, Liverpool have signed on, haven't they, to be Adidas for 10 years from next year.
It's Nike, isn't it, at the moment with you guys, isn't it?
Kits haven't been that amazing under. I think the training gears have been decent, but I think the actual football.
I just think kits at the moment have been shit though.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen Man United's in the last few years? It's just boring. It's nothing.
Well, the one you've got now reminds me of the one you had under Jose. The season Jose was sacked. 2019, was it? Reminds you a bit similar.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I know what you mean.
But it had like the faded bit towards the
Oh,
bottom.
the black. Yeah.
I think your best one's the Ronaldo one that you had when Ronaldo returned with the white collar.
It was okay. I know what you mean. It was a bit.
In
it was
recent
still,
years,
it's still a bit meh. Oh, when he returned. Sorry, yeah, I know what you mean.
Your best ever United kit though was the one you won the Champions League in 2008.
Yeah, I like that one.
I think that's your best.
It's quite
one.
iconic. That
it was
one.
quite different with the little
kind of I don't know what you'd call it, like a ribbon sort of thing.
Yeah, on the because it wasn't just on the collar; it was on the bottom of the shirt.
It was on the bottom as well.
I remember my cousin having one of them with Rooney on the back.
I had.
He's a United fan.
I just love the early 2000 shirts, Vodafone, baggy. Just all the shirts back then in football were great. Nothing will beat the Euro 2000 kits.
Yeah,
you know they were superb.
I remember one of your best one with Vodafone on was probably the one where you had the badge in the middle, where you had it from, was it 2004?
Total 90, yeah.
Oh, bless Dobbs.
What happened to him then?
He's got MND.
Is that Steph's partner?
Yeah.
Bless her. I didn't know he had. Oh, he's got motor neuron disease. Oh, Jesus, that's shit. When did that happen?
He's had it for a few years now, yeah.
So he'll fade, won't he?
I think it's one of the reasons why he had to retire.
That looks so good, and then Berger just went, thanks.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Motor neuron disease. I did not know that about Steph Houghton's partner. That's a shame. Because sadly, in those cases, you deteriorate, don't you, basically?
I think that might be why he had to retire. Remember rightly, because he was a footballer in his own right. Bradford City captain at one point. I think he might have been their captain when they made the League Cup final. I think if memory serves me correctly.
It is mad seeing Steph Houghton retired now. I mean, what a player she's been for England and for City, but also, like, she's doing quite a bit of punditry. They're going to carry on. Good work, Carter. 2 minutes.
Speaking of presidents, no.
Ha!
Jimmy Carter was a president of the United States, for those that don't get the reference. What's your take on Trump? Let's not go there.
They say it's going to be tight, don't they? They don't know who's going to win. I think Harris will win.
Do you reckon?
I mean, I don't want it to win, but I think she'll win. I think. I don't know. I don't know why I care, to be honest. I know people say US affects us. I'm not saying it doesn't, but I don't get to vote, so why should I care?
Yeah. That's fair.
What I do care is that they've got the next Club World Cup and they've got the FIFA World Cup. You know, that's very, very greedy.
Yes.
Selfish. Give it to someone else.
We should have given the Club World Cup to Iceland. Or the North Pole. Santa away.
Because no one's going to turn up.
Could you imagine it in the North Pole, somewhere like that? Like,
that would be funny.
Santa turns up.
Well, have you heard about Greenland? I think I read recently they're trying to make it more friendly to get there. Travel friendly. Like you can, like it will start becoming a normal travel.
That'd be good.
I mean, I'd do it. It's probably not much there, but I'd do it. There's a lot of it is literally like there's a little bit of Greenland.
Yeah.
That is literally like everyone lives there and stuff, and then the rest of it's just ice, snow, and
there's an old story, isn't there? Because Greenland's covered in ice and Iceland's covered in just like land, isn't it?
yeah.
And apparently was it the Vikings
Yeah, it's the other way around.
Vikings switch, like not switch the names, but like called them the way that did to confuse people that were trying to invade.
I didn't know that. That's funny.
Or whoever it was who was in those like places switched the names. So like when people tried to invade them, they'd go there expecting it to be nice, warm land, and then they get there and they freeze them to death basically because they were not prepared for icy conditions.
That's funny. 6 minutes of added time. Come on, England.
Come on, England.
Come on, England.
Come on, England.
Interesting. I don't think I presume they've announced the attendance, but I've not seen it.
No.
I wonder if the FA have put it on their thingy-majig.
The referee's indicated a minimum of 6 minutes added time. 6 minutes at the end of the half.
You're probably deafening them all there.
Could you imagine me as a stadium announcer?
I'm just seeing if England have put it on their feed.
Goal for England, scored by number 2, Lucy Bronze.
You do know that's going red when you shout then.
No, she hasn't scored again. She's come off the pitch, by the way.
Yeah,
it's Jessica Naz forward and
Jamie. Oh, go on, Naz. Go on, Naz.
Free kick. Yellow card.
What's that?
My stream on my phone's slightly behind, so all you can see is me picking up the microphone. Yeah,
Naz is looking good. She's only been on for what, 5-10 minutes, but she's made quite the impact.
Kleinhirn getting booked.
She's had a shot on
Sophia
target.
Kleinhirn.
She's had a shot on target, and she's won a free kick.
Come on, Alex Greenwood. Greenwood, Greenwood, Greenwood. The only time you catch me chanting that. Big ball in.
No. Volley it! Oh, I thought, no, have they lost that? That's a throw for Germany. Right in front of the dugout.
How many shoes?
They're not all mine.
Yeah, you can tell the different sizes as well. You're only a size 8, aren't you?
Size 7.5.
Oh, 7.5.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could be a 7, but to be honest, 7.5 just feels a bit more spacey.
Size 9.
Oh yeah, let's have a look. Oh yeah.
Got long feet, haven't I? Long thin feet.
You do. I've got such small feet. Four minutes left of added time.
We definitely need to have a kick around at some point. I don't think if LTS lot have ever had a kick around. We need to do an LTS kick around.
It's because I'd win. I know we always do bowling, don't we? But not football.
We need to find somewhere. Oh, free kick England.
Another one.
We need to find somewhere and have a kick around. Still been meaning to do those content, don't we? The
Oh, yeah.
goal recreation and penalty shootouts and
It's
stuff.
hard to find time, isn't it? Oh, should be.
Find time in an affordable location. Because a lot of public parks are getting closed.
Oh, no.
Welcome to Britain.
Is that happening to a lot of parks, is it?
I think a lot of them, like, well, I've had the goals taken away and whatever, so.
That's annoying.
Deep ball.
Kids are just going to get fatter.
Easy access to McDonald's and other fast food franchises.
And also spend all day video gaming.
Yeah.
Come on, England. They've got a corner. Lauren Hemp's going to take it. It is mad for a friendly how determined they are. Nah, straight to Berger.
Too much of a floater. Serena's like, for God's sake, girls.
At least they showed a fight, though. I mean, look, it was 3-0 at one point. It could have been 5, you know. I really worried that it would be, well, at least Figman's biggest defeat as England manager.
Oh, don't leave. Fans are leaving early. Don't leave.
What's the point? I love how they all say we need to get to Wembley Station quick before it gets busy. It's like, it doesn't matter. It's going to get big busy. Wembley's a nightmare to get out of.
Yeah. That's why the second time I went, I booked a hotel, so I didn't have to stress about.
No, it just takes forever.
Didn't have to stress about the bus leaving without us.
It's one of those. It's annoying because I don't think I ever go to Wembley for a convenient time.
Nah.
It's always a midweek evening game or something daft. Oh no.
But the liner was bold then, but she hasn't. She's just.
It's just her hair just sticks with the background. Well, they got less than a minute to go. They've got the possession, England, but they're on the wrong half.
Great ball. I'm disappointed that we haven't seen Grace Clinton.
No, I thought they might give her a go. Maybe we'll see her in the game against South Africa next week.
Waka waka oh, waka waka eh.
They were at the last World Cup, weren't they? If I can remember.
Boo Germany, boo, you deserve win, cheats. Okay.
There's never a penalty. That's what ruined the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Careful.
Oh, well, it was only a friendly. That's what we could say as an Englishman tonight. But it is Germany who come out on top in what has been quite the goal fest and quite a lively game. 4-3 it ends for Germany at Wembley Stadium. So they get their revenge, Joe.
Yeah, they get their revenge in controversial fashion by having a penalty. That wasn't a penalty.
Oh.
But no, it was an entertaining game of football. It's what you pay the money to see, don't you? So the fans have had their entertainment tonight. 7 goals. Was that 3 penalty kicks as well?
Yeah, 3. I forgot. Yeah.
Got a sprinkling of cards. Everything you want in a game of football, really.
It was. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's annoying that we've lost tonight, but I think the one positive Serena Wiegman will have is that at least her team went for it. The second positive, I'd say, is great advert for women's football. You know, yet again, it was a good game of football. Both teams went for it, and despite it being a friendly, it felt more than a friendly. But I guess you're always going to get that in a match between England and Germany. But anyway, let's go through what happened then. So it all started off with Germany. Gwelia Gwyn, the captain, scored the opening 2 goals within the first 11 minutes of the game. She scored a penalty early on after a blunder from Leah Williamson. Then Millie Bright had to make the tackle, but she didn't win the ball. And because of that, she gave away a penalty. Gwyn scored it. And then literally 7 minutes later, defensively, England were all over the place. No confidence whatsoever. And then Gwyn scores again quite comfortably to make it 2-0. And then Clara Buell scores at the near post, which should have been saved by Hannah Hampton. It went right through her, and it was 3-0. And I think for me and Joe, we were thinking, shall we end the stream? It's going to be a long night for an Englishman. But no, in all fairness to England, they fought back. Georgia Stanley, against the country that she plays in, she scored the next 2 goals, a 33rd minute goal, and then also, she slammed it in the top corner, by the way, and then she got a penalty and scored from the spot. And then in the second half, I mean, in the other tone, let's not forget, nearly scored to make it 3-3. It just went past the post. And this was all before half time, by the way. So that first half was no doubt the more entertaining half of the game. But in the second half, it looked as though Germany were a bit calmer. Looked like they tried to control the game a little bit more. And England just struggled to really get back level. They never did get back level this evening. Germany got a goal on the 72nd minute, which was, Alicia Russo got penalised and awarded a penalty to Germany. But as we discussed, they both went for the ball. Russo kicked the ball, changed the direction of the ball, and then Russo got kicked by her opponent, which apparently is a penalty. Don't ask, watch it, and you decide. We may be English, we may be biased, but it's very bloody soft. That's what I will say. And then Lucy Bronze scores with 9 minutes to go, giving us a moment to think that we could do it. We could at least get a draw out of this, but no, Lucy Bronze's goal only proved to be a consolation. So that means England lose by 3-4. And if we look at the stats, look at that. Look at the shots as well. Plenty to go through to entertain us. Germany getting 12, England with 9. Germany with more shots on target. England proving to be pretty clinical though. 3 goals, 4 shots on target. England with more possession, only by 2%. The passes were towards more England, but not by much. We're talking literally by 20 passes. That separates the two sides. Yellow cards, just 1 each. Corners, 6-7. And, of course, penalties, we saw 3 of them. Joe, how's Serena Wiegman going to feel about that result? Because it's the first of the international break, and then they've got South Africa in Coventry on Tuesday. But, okay, look, it's only friendlies. But will she be a bit gutted? Because at the end of the day, England have got to prove that they are one of the contenders for the next Euros and also try and defend it.
I think she'll be frustrated. I think there was times with there was lapses of concentration at the back. I think 2 of the goals, I'd say, were England's own making. England's own making, especially the opener within the first 4 minutes with the loose back pass by Williamson playing Bright into trouble. And Bright's obviously challenged and she's gone down, and it's the penalty tucked away nicely. Second goal was a great goal on the counter attack from Germany. Full credit to that. Knew where they switched the play. Third, counter-attacking goal again. Cuts inside. Hampton beating at near post. Weak, hand at the near post. Could have done better, but that's football. And then obviously England get the penalty of their own. It was a penalty. Tucked away nicely by Stanley. Then she scores.
Yeah.
As well. That great counter-attacking goal. Great finish, top corner. 3-2 half-time. Thinking jobs are good, and obviously Russo had a goal disallowed in the first half for a very tight offside as well. I need to see that one again to decide on that one. I thought it was onside, but let's not get into too much arguments and be bitter about things. And then it was a very stupid referee's decision in the second half where they've given a penalty, like you said, for that foul on Russo. And there we are. Germany go 4-2 up. Bronze pulls one back, and England just can't quite get that fourth to level the game. Georgia Stanley's talking right now. I think she was fantastic again tonight.
Yeah, she was. She played really well, and she's having quite a good season at Bayern Munich as well. So great to see her translate that back to England for the international break. But it is crazy, isn't it? Because Georgia Steinway, I feel like we've had her England forever, don't we? But she's still in her mid-20s, I think. So, mad to think that Man City would let her go to Bayern Munich. But, she's been at Bayern Munich for at least 3-4 years now, and she's doing a great job.
I'm sure her brother plays in goal for Chester, or did at one point.
Oh, really?
I could be wrong, but I'm sure. Because I'm sure that there was a Chester women's player that got injured not that long ago, and she donated a shirt to be raffled off to help pay for the money for her surgery, which I thought was absolutely lovely gesture.
Oh, that's a great gesture. Slim One says elite players who won 2022 are failing now. Walsh was destroyed in midfield. I must admit, Slim One, that is what worries me about the England women's team state right now, where it does feel like we may be holding on to most of the players from that last tournament
Yeah.
that we won. Could it be that, we saw Naz come on tonight, play really well. We didn't see Grace Clinton come on. Could have been a great chance for her to come on in the last few minutes to just bring a fresh pair of legs onto the pitch, and hopefully a form from this season would carry into this game tonight. Well, do you think this is, as you said early on in the stream, there's a bit of transition going on with England. Yeah. Maybe Serena Wiegman in these friendlies should try a few things out.
Yeah, I think we might see Clinton start on Tuesday, but I'm very, very disappointed that we didn't see her in the second half because it was crying for that energy in midfield.
Yeah,
I
agree.
As the game started to drag on, the legs started to fade in the middle of the park, and that's where Germany had made their changes, and Germany, when they made the changes, started to get on the front foot again. When England were on how to put it, were level and fighting toe to toe with Germany, and it become very rugged in the midfield, and they're both battling, and obviously it was changing the play. No team could keep control of that ball for that spell, and then the England leg started to die off when Germany made their subs. That's when the game flipped again, and Germany started to get on the front foot, and that's when Serena Wiegman should have gone, right, this is coming away from us now. Let's get Gervais on. Let's get a few legs in that midfield. It was only really later on that she made the changes when it was too late, really.
Yeah.
Bronze was going to come off before she put the ball in the back of the net for that third goal. Anyway, and it's frustrating because I think it was too reactive rather than proactive. Maybe I'm being a bit too harsh.
But do you think that maybe she's just looking at this friendly to go, defeat's not a bad thing, we could learn from this?
Possibly. Yeah. But I think when there's pride at stake, even whether it's a friendly or not, England should be doing all they can to win games of football. And I know that there's an element of experimentation in these friendlies, but you want to be winning games of football, and you want to be putting those best players. And when you've got a player, the quality of Grace Clinton that she's had, and she's had the start to the season that she's had, just play the players that are in form and stop messing about.
And see what goes, Don't waste it.
You're playing players that have been hit and miss in the team, and when you've got players that have been banging form this season, it's like... I know it was a difficult decision at the back, but Greenwood's been fantastic for Manchester City this season as well. So why aren't you starting Greenwood? Why are you playing the players that are maybe not 100%?
Especially Williamson, who's having a bad start for Arsenal. Well, as in just the team in general are not doing great. So could Williamson be a bit of a problem there?
I know she's the skipper. I love Leah Williamson. She's absolute quality player normally.
But she shouldn't get extra protection.
No, just because you're the skipper. And that's what frustrated me with the men's team in the summer when Gareth Southgate persisted to playing Harry Kane throughout the tournament when he was complete and utterly off it.
Yeah.
And he had an injury himself then, and I wonder if Leah's carrying a little bit of a niggle now.
And it wasn't long ago that she had to get recovered from an ACL injury as well.
Yeah.
Another thing to mention then, Hannah Hampton. Now, I think she has deserved a chance for England #1. I think last season, especially for Chelsea, from what I saw of her, completely different goalkeeper.
Yeah.
And I remember when Emma Hayes signed her, I was a bit like, why are you doing that? You got Musovic already, who's screaming for that #1 spot in my eyes, especially after what we saw at the World Cup for Sweden in that game against USA, especially Emma Hayes' current team now, of course. And just Anne Katzenberger being solid, just a very experienced goalkeeper. Anne Katzenberger isn't there now, of course, at Chelsea. She's over in the States. But at that time, she signed Hannah Hampton, and I thought it's just a third goalkeeper. They've gone for her because she's at Villa and she wouldn't say no to the offer. But no, Emma Hayes must have always had her in her plans to be the main goalkeeper. Did great last season, but we saw tonight bit of nerves in her. And I think there were some mistakes in her tonight, Joe, wasn't there? Where Mary Earps was watching on the bench. She was available tonight. Do you think that was a bit of experimental move from Serena? Do you think maybe, just maybe, Mary Earps is still the #1?
I think it's a touch of experimentation and a touch of the fact that Mary Earps has gone to play in France, so she's not played in England. So I don't know whether there's the touch of that little subconscious thought of, I need to play the player that's playing in our league here and give her the priority. And with Mary, she's not old, but with her being
30s, isn't she?
Yeah, considerably older than Hannah. whether she's trying to think of the progression, on who's going to be the next in line, give her as much experience as possible, allow her to make the mistakes now in the friendlies, so that when it comes to a tournament, hopefully those mistakes will be ironed out and gone away from her. And obviously the flip side to that is it could drain her confidence.
Yeah.
I don't think she seems the sort that would have her confidence drained out of her, but it is the question, it's the gamble that you have to take as a coach or manager, where you play these players through in these big games, these difficult moments. Like you say, she was at fault for the third goal, like I've mentioned about 20 times on this stream already. Sorry, Hannah, I won't let it go. But and then there was a couple of little howling.
But that goal she conceded, moments like that, if she had saved that, we could have been in the game.
But then there was a couple of occasions where she dropped the balls from catch and stuff, but then a couple of minutes later she'd pull off a save that was going in the top corner, or most goalkeepers might have struggled to keep out and she's tipped it over the bar dead confidently. So I suppose it's just one of those things. Maybe the coaches would get her in and work on the getting down to a near post and a covering of angles.
Absolutely. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up there. Any last words, Joe, before we wrap up this watch along?
Entertaining game of football.
It was great.
Just what you want to see. Bags of goals, passion, drama from the outset. For a friendly, lots of friendlies are just a bit boring, a bit of a drab game. This is exactly what we wanted from a football match. Goals, drama, passion, excitement. Roll on Tuesday against South Africa. Absolutely.
Well, it's fair to say Germany got their revenge after what happened in Euro 2022 at Wembley Stadium. The Germans on top for now, but I'm sure the English will fight back. The European champions, are they under threat? Maybe, just maybe they are, with less than a year to go until the Euros takes place in Switzerland in July 2025. We'll have to do this again, Joe. We'll have to do it more often. Watch-alongs here on Let's Talk Sport. We have missed doing it, and we've missed you at home. Thank you very much for watching us tonight. If you haven't yet and you're new to the channel, do subscribe to Let's Talk Sport. Yep, click that subscribe button, that red button. It's somewhere down there. Hey, whoa, hey. and you never know what might happen when you click that button. But anyway, give us a like as well. And we'll see you very soon, I'm sure. Keep an eye out for Joe's Women's Super League preview. When's that coming? When's that dropping?
It's due to drop. I can't remember if it's next Wednesday or Thursday. I think Wednesday,
Perfect. And also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, or X as they call it now, on Facebook, TikTok, you name it, all of them. Bebo, MySpace, I don't know. Do they even exist anymore? Just above us, that's how you can follow us. Facebook/Let's Talk Sport. TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter have the same handles of @Let's Talk Sport 12. And yes, we'll do our best to update them when we can. But anyway, for now, it's good night and Auf Wiedersehen.